It's time for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams Baseball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94 Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. The Rend Lake College pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you outside to Salem Community High School today with Mount Vernon Rams Baseball season will mark its 2012 debut against the Salem Wildcats. Good afternoon, Chris Hugo alongside is Danny Czerwinski. Avery Barton is back at the Powerhouse pushing all the right buttons as we bring our first Rend Lake College pregame show of the 2012 baseball season. Again today, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Salem Wildcats. This was one of the matchups for the Rams that was a little bit later in the year last year. A Salem team that improved immensely, won 20 games, en route to a regional finalist appearance. Meanwhile, the Rams went all the way to the sectional championship game where they ran into the buzzsaw known as Waterloo. So the Rams fell in the sectional final last year and look to improve upon that effort here in 2012. As aforementioned here on the RLC pregame, Danny Czerwinski joins me alongside. Danny, not that long ago, we were just wrapping up our basketball season here on WMIX.
What, 2 days ago? Well, that's what you and I are going to do.
2 days later, we are out here with baseball action. But I'll tell you what, that's just the way I like to see it happen, is have your local teams go as far as they can go possibly in basketball. My dream, actually, would be to have to figure out a way to get a super sectional for Rams basketball and the debut of Rams baseball on the same day. Figure out how to make that happen. It didn't happen this year. Maybe it'll happen next year. But all in all, our seasons seem to run together here on WMIX, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, and I mean, this is, you unpack the bag Sunday night going from Peoria. You take the day off yesterday and get the headsets back on. It's not a cloud in the sky. It feels more like May than it does March 13th.
Feels more like L.A.
So it takes the deal of these coaches and players will take this weather as much and as long as they can, knowing that we still have March and April and May to go through. You never know when blackberry and winter are going to sneak through and get us, and/or cold stretch where you have some cold rain or ice going on. So it's a matter of just trying to sneak through and get as many warm days in as possible. And by the warm and dry weather we've had lately, these teams will have as much outside preparation as possible for this one.
There is no doubt about that. The weather is certainly been nice to all baseball programs, at least in most areas of Southern Illinois this spring. And, of course, basketball season just wrapped up for some in classes 1A and 2A, this being the first week of baseball action. Some teams got after it yesterday, some more teams will get after it today. And, of course, if you're wondering about how our baseball coverage is going to work this year, we will be at each and every Mount Vernon Rams baseball game here on AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. We'll do select Lady Rams softball along the way. Lady Rams softball will make its return to the radio next Monday with the Jefferson County Invitational. That'll involve Woodlawn, Waltonville, Mount Vernon, and somebody else. I've been made aware of who that fourth team just happens to be, just that as I do not have that scheduled for next Monday. But we'll be there at Lincoln Park as the Lady Rams will make their radio debut on Monday. We actually have 3 Rams baseball games this week as we will be at home tomorrow, as the Rams home opener will be against Pinckneyville. We look forward to that one. Should be a great one, as always. A nice little baseball rivalry developing between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Pinckneyville Panthers. And on Thursday, we make the trek to the Salto. One of us does, anyway. To the Civic Memorial. So that'll be a nice road game in the first week as the Rams look to get a true test and see where they stand early on in the year. No umpires yet. Both teams have warmed up and taken infield practice, but no umpires here yet. Early start as both teams took the practices a little bit early. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back here on the Rend Lake College pregame show, we'll talk more about the Mount Vernon Rams baseball season, talk a little bit about last year, and where the Rams hope to go in 2012. This is your Rend Lake College pregame show. You're listening to Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonin with People's National Bank. People's National Bank is a proud, local, family-owned bank. For over 100 years, we have been serving the people of Southern Illinois. We try our best every day to ensure that our customers get what is best for them and what they need. Stop by one of our 2 Mount Vernon locations today and see what banking with a true community bank is all about. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Our new Mount Vernon location is bigger and better than ever, allowing us to be the best at repairing your ride and offering premium detailing. We're fully equipped to handle your vehicle and get it back on the road faster and like it rolled off the showroom floor. Landers Collision Centers believes in maintaining the highest quality repairs in the collision repair industry. We also believe in making sure your insurance claim is handled quickly and even give you a car to drive while we restore yours. Now, we're also equipped to offer everyday premium detailing. We'll restore that showroom shine and that new car smell. That's right. We'll be more than happy to clean up your ride and get it ready for any occasion. Any vehicle that comes to Landers with over $2,500 in damages is entitled to 2 absolutely free details per year, with an opportunity to keep our work looking spectacular as long as you own your vehicle. This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon. Big or small, Landers fixes and details them all. Call us at 1-888-LANDERS whenever you need us. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
More baseball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
Yep, we welcome you back to Salem, behind the community high school. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Ren Lake College pregame show. Ren Lake College has been the vehicle to a brighter future for over 40 years. Find out why at RLC.edu. Ren Lake College, of course, proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams and area athletics. Of course, their own athletics, the Warriors basketball team, headed to Nationals. As they had a nice win over Parkland College on Sunday afternoon, so they will head to Nationals for the first time in recent memory. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside the Mount Vernon Rams baseball team sectional finalists from a year ago come in having lost some seniors from last year, but still look like they're ready to put the pedal to the metal and get back to the post. Obviously, they're already in the postseason because everybody is in baseball, but make a nice deep run to the postseason yet again.
Well, and it's one of those deals, you have a bitter taste in your mouth from last year where both teams, Mount Vernon had that tough loss in the sectional to Waterloo, ended up, in the top 4 in the state, get a trophy and everything. But, again, you set those goals high and lofty. You lose some experience from last year. I know Mason Weston's ball that he hit out of Benton back in the spring is still traveling at this point. He's off somewhere else. But, again, you look for this team, you lose some experience from last year's graduation, but you return so much back this year that a deep run by this team is very possible when you get into May and June this year.
Of course, Salem's a team, Danny, last year that won 20-plus games and then made it to a regional final. Couldn't get over that hump. Next, return a lot of talent from last year. I see Nick Conklin, Petey Cole-Claser, John Tolliver, of course, will be on the bump today as we'll get to know the starting lineups in just a moment. But they're a team with high expectations as well, and they would really like to make a nice little run, too. But the question for them is going to be, which direction are they going to go in the postseason? Are they going to stay south, or will they head back north, as they're on the fence every year?
They're on the fence, and it's one of those things where, again, it matters not as far as where you go. I guess you get some breaks here and there, and again, when you're going different places, seeing different people, you never know which way you're going. Salem's on the cusp of that boundary of putting team one south, one north, maybe go west. Who knows what, but again, you still have to go out and play. And again, this is such a luxury in the second week of March to get games in this weather, and these coaches and players will take it as long as they can.
No doubt they will. We actually need to get to know our starting lineups here this afternoon, presented by Central Christian Church. Of course, log on to thenewscentral.com for webcast service times for more information. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Let's go and meet the batting order for the Mount Vernon Rams.
For the Mount Vernon Rams, leading off and playing short will be Zach Jones. Batting second and center will be Landon Thomas. Batting third to DH, Colin Young. He's DHing for the pitcher, Jared Anthus. In the cleanup spot will be catcher Grant Garrett. Batting fifth and third, Zane Zonders. Batting sixth at first base, Colton Metter. Batting seventh in right field, Nathan Holt. Batting eighth in left field, Patrick Bradford. And batting ninth at second base, Matthew Williams for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams. For the Salem Wildcats, they will go leading off shortstop Nick Conklin. Batting second, center fielder Pete Cole-Claser. Batting third, pitcher John Tolliver. Batting in the cleanup spot will be third baseman Colton Morrison. Batting fifth at first, Logan Phillips. Batting 6th, catcher Monty Ferrero. Batting 7th and right, Joe Tolliver. Batting 8th, left fielder Cameron Wilkins. And batting 9th, second baseman Zach Tate for the Salem Wildcats.
Having some issues with the sunflower seed right now.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Whole times.
There we go. And we're about ready to go, of course, defensively for the Wildcats. From left to right, they'll have Wilkins, Cole Glacier, and Joe Tolliver out in the outfield. The infield will be Morrison at the hot corner. Conklin is short. Cade is at second. Phillips is at first base with Ferrero. At the plate, he will back up Johnny Tolliver, who will make his first start of the season, obviously first game of the year, as he is the ace for this Wildcat ball club. And Danny, he is a flamethrower, throws right, and there you go. There goes the pop right there. Also has some breaking stuff.
Well, here's the thing about March 13th. Pitchers throwing to live batters, batters taking pitches from different people on your team. And, again, it's a case here early on. I'm sure the starting pitchers and all pitchers in the first few games will have a pitch count. And you want to be able to take some pitches and take some different things. Of course, the scouts here watching Tolliver today, too. But you want to be able to make sure to make him throw strikes. See, first time out in the breeze, out in the daylight against another team throwing off the mound, what will happen?
We'll see how it goes here as the lefty Jones steps in. Shortstop, played center field for a couple of years for Tim Holloway. And we await our first pitch. Going to come a little early. It's 4:28 at the moment, but we'll see if Tolliver has some delayed tactics before we get the first pitch of the Rams 2012 season coming against the Salem Wildcats here on the road in Marion County. As we await, Brent Garrison, the home plate umpire. Dale Matt Miller is your infield umpire. And the first pitch comes at 4:29, catches the outside corner for a strike, and that was a great pitch by Tolliver to get it started.
Well, that's a good start here by Tolliver. Work ahead. Family, we'll see what you can get.
It is an 0-1 count to start, of course. Let's see what we got. We are just shy of the bottom of the hour. We are on WMIX. We're online today at mywithersradio.com. Glad to have you with us from Vernon Rams Baseball. Got to get these baseball legs underneath us first.
Yeah, it'll take a while. I mean,
it will.
Here you've seen the track team from Salem High School getting their track legs underneath them over here as they're getting going, and it'll take everybody a little bit. It's odd and often, not often, that we have games. Even other reporters are here down the first base dugout.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
They'll let anybody in.
Yes.
Wow. As we wait the next pitch, the 0-1, here it comes to Jones, and he'll foul tip that off the Master Ferrero. It's 0-2 to start the Rams off here. Top half of the first inning, no score, just underway. Glad to have you with us. Of course, it is about the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Baseball.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Marion, St. Louis, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And here we are from Salem. 0-2 count on the batter. Zach Jones to get us started. Tolliver will wind and fire. Well, actually, he's out of the stretch. He'll fire it home. Just misses low. It's 1-2.
All right. I'll help you through.
Oh, talk about it. It's been a while.
Well, you know.
It's like riding a bike.
Well, I mean, you know, we've done some fast-paced stuff the last few days. You know, we're in the down where you got to talk a little bit in between here now. Till that
now, here we go. Here's the white fire inside. Swung on a miss by Jones. He is retired by the strikeout. That'll be the first out of the inning. Top half of the first, no score. We'll bring Landon Thomas. Thomas also bats from left side. He's a center fielder now after patrolling the corner outfield out in right field much of last year.
Very rarely do you see teams have a couple left-hand hitters lead off like this. Now you got a couple here in the lineup. Takes a little bit of while for the pitcher to adjust.
He struggled with a stick early last year, but was able to recover nicely towards the latter half of the season. Great outfielder, great arm. Here comes the first pitch for Tolliver. Caught the inside corner on the breaking pitch, and that is strike one to Thomas.
And Tolliver working ahead now.
A lot of confidence we can start out. Get your first batter via the K. Nobody aboard, and of course with one out, top of the first. See what happens here as Tolliver gets ready. Here comes the pitch, and it is going to be a dribbler down the third base side. Looks like a real foul, and that'll be strike two.
Think about the infield here at Salem. They've put in a new backstop here, and the backstop here about four rows of brick with a couple of slabs on top and bottom, and then new netting in the back. And then out in front of us is some worked-up turf that's not in very good shape. The infield and outfield is spotty at best, sketchy. So balls along the lines, especially on those, are going to have to be picked up because it's not very smooth, at least to start the year.
Might see an instance where the line chooses to grab a ball and keep it in. 0-2 is the count on Thomas. Here comes Tolliver's pitch, and it is inside. That'll be sent right side of the infield. Tolliver will pick it up. He will fire to first in time, and that'll go down as the 1-3 put out as Tolliver was able to find Phillips on the bag.
You notice, again, Tolliver's working ahead, and a couple of times both foul balls in Mount Vernon is fouled off inside on the hand. not letting the Mount Vernon batters extend their hands early. And again, at this time of the year, the pitcher will be way ahead of the hitters, at least here in March.
Well, he had located nicely on the plate. First couple pitches with the outside on the left-handed batters, and was able to work his way back in. And if you can do that and do it effectively, you're going to win a lot of ball games, as Tolliver will meet Colin Young. He's the DH today, batting in place, of course, of Jared Anthony, the pitcher. Traditionally, what would happen last year, and we'll see what happens this year, is Young and Garrett would split time behind the plate. And whenever one wasn't catching, they were the DH. Super sunflower seeds. 1-0 is the count on Young. He'll take it across the inside corner. It's 1-1.
Soft pretzels and sunflower seeds get you.
Two things not to let me have before a broadcast.
Well, that's not like I do. It's not like I can take it away from you. Yeah. It's not like I'm in my classroom. I can stop you.
Young, the righty, against Mr. Tolliver. 1-1 the count, 2 gone, nobody aboard, top of the first, no score for the Rams as they look to get the 2012 season started a big way. That's a comebacker right to the pitcher. Tolliver doesn't see it, it's behind him. Young's looking to race it out, and he'll beat it up the bag. That'll be an infield single for Colin Young.
Oh, yeah, hit him at his feet, and you hear some people yell in the background from the Salem dugout, look down, look down. Well, you got to yell out more specifically. You got to say, look at your right foot, look down at your left foot. You got to tell him exactly where it's at, because you say look down, he's not going to think it's underneath him. You got to specifically say. And that helped Colin Young beat that ball out because he was unable to find it in time.
That's just like saying right there, right there.
You can't say right there, right there,
yeah.
That didn't help you.
Exactly. Even behind you would have helped.
No. You got to tell him which feet. Look at your feet. Look down.
Here comes the first pitch to Garrett with the runner aboard first. 2 out here, top of the first. Rams looking on the board early on. But with 2 outs, a 1-0 count here on Grant Garrett. Garrett, of course, is senior, the catcher, wears number 33.
And over at first, Chris, Colin Young, first one on there, needs to get a big lead out there to see what the move of Tolliver is so far.
Has some speed for a catcher, runs cross country in the offseason, among others. A 1-0 count here on GG, as they call him, and here comes, swung on a miss.
Nice off-speed pitch that time by Tolliver. Very nicely done.
He knows how to mix up his pitches, too, I will say that. As Garrett will stand back in. Young, a nice little lead off of first base. The 2 out here in the top of the first. Rams looking to get on the board. Here comes the pitch on the way, and it is swung on a miss. High heater that time for Tolliver. And it'll be 1-2 to Garrett.
Book has everything but a place to put how many pitches somebody throws.
I was thinking that, and the count if you chose to.
Of course, at that level, what this book is usually used for, you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Got everything else to put stuff
on. 1-2 the count to Garrett. Out of the stretch will come Tolliver. Looking over at the runner on first. Now he'll come. Runner's going. High pitch. Nice stolen base by Mr. Young.
No shot there to throw him out, Chris. And that pitch was high like that. The catcher has to reach up, get it, and on his footwork, try to get it down there. And that little extra second or two to reach up for that baseball caused him to throw out Young, and that's a stolen base.
Well, any chance of a fluid motion is gone at that point. And now the Rams have a runner in scoring position. 2-2 count on the catcher, Grant Garrett, with 2 gone here in the top of the first.
Son,
simmer. No juices here. Come on. 2-2. Swung on a miss outside. And that'll do it for us in the top half of the first. Rams strand a runner. It's no score. Mount Vernon and Salem here on the road. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital. For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Salem Community High School. At least we're behind it here as the Mount Vernon Rams opening up their 2012 season with the Salem Wildcats. Rams left a runner aboard top half of the first inning. We head to the bottom half of the first. We're due up for Salem. It'll be Nick Conklin, Pete Colclaser, and John Tolliver to get us started. If anybody gets aboard, we'll see Colton Morrison. Defensively for the Rams from left field to right, it'll be Pat Bradford, Landon Thomas, Nathan Holt. Around the horn from third to first is Zane Saunders, Zach Jones, Matt Williams, and Colton Metter. Behind the plate is Grant Garrett, and on the hill is Jay Bird, Jared Anthony. Rams baseball, of course, is presented by Banterra Bank. We'll lead off the season with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Glad to have you aboard here on WMIX, online at mywithersradio.com. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski here with you from Salem. As the Ram fireballer, Jared Anth is a right-hander, looks to get started. And the first pitch from the Rams is going to be sent into right field, trying to get underneath it is Nathan Holt. He'll make the grab, so 1 pitch, 1 out. The Rams get started in a good way here, bottom of the first.
That's what you got to do, and work ahead. And again, that's a tough ball. I'm sure the Holt out there in right field didn't think he'd have a slicing liner and a curve off the right field line for his first fly ball of the year. Made that look pretty easy.
He made it look pretty simple, didn't he? And that'll bring up the lefty, Pete Goldflager, to work against Jared Anthus. Anthus had some success against left-handers a year ago. Has a 2-pitcher on the staff. Here comes the first pitch. That'll catch, and it's going to be strike one to Goldflager.
I figured out on this book that I could put number of pitches an inning right above the inning number.
That'll work. The old Bob Carpenter book's what we're using this year.
Yeah.
That's put right back in play. Over to Anthus. He'll scoop it over the first in time. That'll be 1-3. So 2 pitches, 2 outs here for Jared Anthus. Not bad. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
There you go.
Something like that.
Got to help you out.
They're right down the first one.
Fraction math. If Johnny throws 2 pitches, and the other guy hits 1.
Got to write that first one down.
All right. All this stuff in this book we can use.
I know.
It's hard to
struggling to catch up thus far. It's nice, though. That'll bring up John Tolliver, the right-hander, pitcher versus pitcher battle here. First pitch is going to miss inside the low. It'll be ball 1.
Come up with a different system here. I got
one now.
I got a system over here, too. Of course, it's our first game out, too, isn't it?
That's true. That'll make a difference. 1-0 pitch is on the way from Anthus. And that'll be sent to the opposite field. Just inside the skin of the infield. Nice grab there on a run by Matt Williams. And that'll do us through the first. At the end of 1, no score. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Centralia.
Once we get them in the car and they see the quality that goes in, the hand stitching and the premium leather, and smell that leather and the great performance and the ride of the Cadillac, they're hooked. And Cadillac customers are some of the most loyal customers that there are in the car industry right now. And the reason is, once you're in a Cadillac, you don't want to go back to anything else.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 1421 West McCord in Centralia.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And we welcome you back to Salem High School as the Mount Vernon Rams battling the Salem Wildcats. We head to the top half of the second. Two up for the Rams will be 5, 6, and 7. Zane Saunders, Colton Metter, and Nathan Holt. Pat Bradford, if anybody gets aboard. Rams stranded the runner back in the first. Tolliver had a couple of Ks, and he's been pitching very effectively to start the season.
Oh, very nicely started through 15 pitches in the first inning, but very impressed by Jared Anthus' 5-pitch inning in the first inning. That's what you got to do in March. You don't have a lot of pitches to waste, being that your pitch count's not very high yet, even though you've been throwing all winter probably, but game situation a little different. Nice 5-pitch inning.
Sad about that, and of course, Saunders, returning starter for this Mount Vernon Rams.
I feel a little bit high class with this. I don't have my notebook or anything.
Yeah, try to get used to it, though, and that'll be the struggle, but we will make it happen. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, safe. Their security is your best defense. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Saunders will stand at the plate. Top half of the second inning, no score, Rams and Wildcats. First game of the year.
Now, the thing about this is, you start getting through, maybe the first time through, may not go get a lot of good rips at people. Probably the second, third time. Again, the hitters are going to be behind the pitchers when you get in the March, first time out and outside, even though you've been outside a lot this year. It's a warm, dry winter.
Here comes the first pitch of the second inning. That's going to hang high, and it'll be ball 1 to Saunders.
Technically, it is still winter based on the calendar.
That is
so it's rare that teams would get games in. Benton DuQuoin played yesterday to open the season in Southern Illinois, and on down the list the rest of the week. People should be able to get several games in.
Wait for the 1-0. Here it comes in the dirt. 2-0. Good eye by Zane Saunders.
I guess Zane was man in the St. Mary's champion. Seems like it was yesterday.
Doesn't seem possible, does it?
No.
Here comes the 2-0 on the way. Just misses outside. It'll be 3-0.
Good start here. Got to be taken here this early in the year unless you get one that's absolutely grooved.
And we'll see what happens. Rather on deck, taking practice cuts. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Saunders. He'll take, and that just catches the inside corner.
Has to take one there.
Still in a good position here. Batters count, 3 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way from Tolliver is going to be muscled in towards the right field line. That'll drift foul. We'll get out of play. Yes.
Full boat now, and the dimensions here at Salem, 292 down the right field line, short porch, 360 in center, and 312 in left. If you can jerk one down the left line or jerk one down the right line, depending on which side of the plate you're on, obviously opposite pool, you can short porch some things here. However, a lot of times when it's warm, the wind blows in like it is, you don't have that opportunity.
See how it works tomorrow at Brennan Clyde Field, where the dimensions are much deeper. And most of the ballparks the Rams will play in this season. 3-2's on the way, and that is smacked foul. I think that has saved the vehicle.
Nice at bat as you try as a leadoff hitter to give your another guys coming behind you something to look at. Make this pitcher work a little bit, and that's what he's doing right now.
So far, a 6-pitch at-bat for Zane Saunders to start off the top half of the second with no score. Only 1 hit in the game. That's an infield hit by Colin Young. And now the full count offering is on the way again, and that's in the dirt. Base on ball to Zane Saunders. The Rams have a runner on board.
Good start for Mount Vernon. Get that number 5 hitter on board, and let's go here. What was that?
Might have been a sunflower.
I noticed.
That'll be all that, I promise.
Okay.
I got rid of the last one.
Felt like my ear was being blown into. I didn't know.
Oh, man. Good grief.
I know. You go from the sterile environment to the outside. That's wonderful. No other place I'd be rather than the golf course. That's it.
Here comes the first pitch to Metter. He'll foul that back towards the right. That'll be 0-1. Runner on first, nobody out. Top half of the second inning. Rams still trying to get that first run of the year. Not going to come easy against John Tolliver.
Good test. You don't know how many times you're going to see Mr. Tolliver this year, whether now, regular season, and or postseason.
We wait the 0-1 to Metter. They'll check on the runner. Saunders at first. He's back with the head first side.
That was a pretty good move there in Saunders had a lot of time to get in, I should say. I think he'd get another step and a half out there, test some little fixes. Tolliver showed a pretty good move there that time.
We'll see what happens on the 0-1 if it gets there.
Tolliver's frame, after he leaves this level and goes to the next or to the league, nice frame to build on muscle-wise.
Next pitch will miss low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Metter patiently evens it up.
Tolliver drives with those legs. Doesn't throw all arm, it's the legs. He uses that lower part of his body, the core, to try to get that pitch there.
1-1's en route. There it is, and that's going to be sliced in the right field. That'll land for a base hit. Saunders was around second. He'll slide. Thought he was going to make it around second. It looked like he was going to go down to slide into second, but he does. And
yeah. Think about it, too. When you look at Tolliver right now, the one thing he will have to work on is a little quicker move to home plate. When he gets to the next level, he kind of lifts that foot up a little too high. Takes too much time getting there.
2 on and nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. Rams and Wildcats are scoreless from Salem. Glad to have you with us here on WMIX. 5 o'clock news will be on the FM only today with Reese Barnfield. Just tuned to 94.1 FM. As Mr. Holt will bunt that one high into the air. It'll land in foul territory. Strike 1.
And it wasn't a really good pitch to bunt 1. Number 2, he dropped the barrel of that bat. Anytime you drop the barrel of that bat, it's going to pop that ball straight up in the air. Luckily for him, it got out of play. Interesting to see the defense. I'm sure what Salem will do is probably leave the third baseman at home and rotate first baseman down short to second, second to first. And then the pitcher will have to go to the third baseline.
Looks to be the plan at this point with 2 on and nobody out. But this time, no bunt. It'll be a ball high.
Think about a runner now, first and second. You have to get a big lead as you can, but understand the fact, hey, if catch catches, you got somebody sneaking in behind you, and and or B, you don't want to have a ball get down and you not get to the next base.
Colorado's a stretch with 2 on and nobody out, top of the second. Rams have runners on first and second for Nathan Holt. He'll show bunt again. He will smack it at this time, send it foul down the third base line.
That was a good job by Tolliver. He threw that ball almost at him. And the only thing Holt could stick the bat up out of self-defense. He's lucky to even get a bat on the ball. Now 1-2. Does Coach Holloway put the bunt back on for a sacrifice, or let him swing away? Disappointing when you can't get a bunt down. It's one of the easiest things to do in baseball for baseball players at all levels.
Got to be able to keep that barrel high and catch the ball with your bat. Sometimes easier said than done.
Oh, yeah. You see guys making millions not have to be able to do that.
1-2 the count, 2 on, nobody out, top half of the second. No score yet. Rams trying to threaten. Here we go. And that'll be swung on a miss.
That's the problem. You waste an out. The thing about it is you waste an out and don't advance the runners. That's what hurts in that situation.
I'll bring up Pat Bradford, left fielder. Same situation, 2 on, 1 out now.
34. Somebody wore that last year, did they not? Am I thinking right?
Holloway.
Okay, I was going to say.
Here we go. This one's high and inside. Give him a close shave on that one. What do I need to tell you? How about we will be looking for Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. We'll do that in the Bean Insurance postgame show. 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 count on the batter, Pat Bradford, against the righty John Tolliver. Here it comes. That's inside. The runner's going. Double pump on the throw, and that got away.
See, somebody got...
Zonders going to try to come around the score as there was nobody to back up the play. It'll be 1-0 Rams.
Zonders stole the base. And good thing for Colton Metter, he didn't follow. The string didn't pull him. Once the ball got away and allowed Saunders to score, then it works. You're going to have a run, which will go unearned, and an error on Salem. Because the ball, the third baseman couldn't handle it. That allowed Saunders to score Mount Vernon's first run.
You knew there was going to be trouble whenever he kind of double clutch, double pump.
Metter's lucky because usually on first and second, if the lead guy goes, the second guy's got to go too. Metter missed something there, but they ended up at second anyway.
Here comes the 2-0, make it 2-1 as he fouls it straight back. Bradford's up with a runner on second, 1 out here. 1-0 is your Ram lead in the top half of the second inning. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 2-1 the count on Bradford. They're going to check on the move.
He's not going anywhere. Why would he? He's not going anywhere in this situation. Not up 1 with a runner for second, 1 out. Good lead, though. You can tell Tolliver's a little distracted, a little upset by the error.
Somewhat rattled.
Somewhat rattled as a catcher, and he tried to get signs. First time, runner second time now. Try to get those signs working so he can't steal them.
He'll look back towards Metter, who has a nice lead off the second base. We wait the 2-1 pitch with 1 gone and a runner on second. Here it comes to Bradford. That's low and away. Should be 3 of 1.
And you can tell Tolliver it's bothering him. He gave up the run, which is unearned because of the error, but you can tell it's still bothering him a bit.
Doesn't affect your stats, but it'll drive you nuts. 3-1 the count. They'll feign to second.
Mount Vernon has got him rattled a little bit. He's too worried about the runner at second. He really just needs to get out of this inning and limit his damage to 1. Concentrate on the hitter at this point. Down 3-1 in the count.
See what happens. Tolliver will fire, and that's going to miss high. Second walk of the inning for John Tolliver.
And see, by not concentrating on the hitter, because you roll yourself into the number 9 slot now, first and second and 1 out. You got a guy like Matthew Williams who can maybe put a bat on the ball, put it in place somewhere. And now Tolliver's struggling. So strike zone shrinks a little bit here. He's in his head. So see what the 9 batter does, and Matt Williams, and then you get to the top of the order. So this is a crucial at bat here in Tolliver's deal here early in this game. See how long he's going to be around.
He will look in and try to focus. Runners on first and second, 1 gone, a 1-0 Ram lead as Williams will show bunt. He'll pull back. Runners going to third. Throw is in time, but the throw is high. Yep. Good slide by Colton Metter. His runners on second and third on the double steal.
And again, I talked about it earlier. Tolliver's move to the plate with runners on, when he lifts that front foot, takes him a while to get it back down. And because of that, that allows an extra second or two for those runners to get going, and that allows Metter to steal third, and then, of course, double steal. Bradford gets the second. So now, second and third and 1 out, what Coach Holloway will think of doing is Metter is
going to try to walk one off there on the awkward slide.
I think he's got a little strawberry action going on. That's probably what it is. for the pants. It's a different style way to play this year when you have these new bats. It's not going to be your run-of-the-mill 25-20 games now. It's going to cut some things down. First strawberry of the year is never fun.
You used to after a while.
A little different sliding on mats at the gym than it is sliding off the third somewhere else.
Or the turf in the warehouse now.
Yes.
As I understand.
Yes.
1-0 the count here on Matty Williams. Here comes the pitch. That's going to hit him.
There you go.
Plunk him right in the hip.
Again.
Or the waist.
Again, you can tell Tolliver's rattled, and now Salem's going to come out and visit with him.
You got to talk to him at some point.
Yep.
And this will be it. As far as talking to him. Not pulling him, obviously. Need to be more cautious as to the verbiage I choose. Mind you, Rams Baseball, of course, is presented by Banterra Bank. If you can't get to the bank during the stretch, don't worry. You can now bank while you're in the stands with Banterra's cell phone banking. Banterra Bank. Thank you with local style. Member FDIC. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with bases crammed and one out. Oh, yeah, you can follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports.
Help a brother out with you. I'm trying to...
DC providing all kinds of updates on the
Oh, yeah, we're updating things as they go.
You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. All kinds of stuff on there. Bases loaded here for the lefty in the top of the order, Jones. He's 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. Here comes the first pitch. Not going to be able to waste many pitches here if you're Tolliver.
22nd pitch of the inning right now. He's at 37 for the game. Don't know how long they'll go with him on the first game out, but he's already now will be at 38 on this next pitch.
As we await the 1-0, here it comes. That's going to be inside instead of straight back. Even the count at 1.
Good rip by Zach Jones. He was all over that pitch.
That was a good cut.
Back. Oh, yeah.
Just barely missed that.
Second time through the order. Going to get another good look at the pitcher.
Are we really doing a baseball game right now? Is that possible?
It's hard to believe. 3 days ago, I was doing a state title game.
Man,
here we are.
Beautiful weather, gorgeous day. Glad to have you with us from Salem. Top half the second, Rams the bases loaded, and then Jones will send that one foul behind us. It's 1-2. Rams with a 1-0 lead. Tolliver just still hasn't found that composure. He has a good count here.
He lost his composure on the air, and it's tough for the pitcher to put behind you, but you have to. You can't let it get to you.
And we'll see what happens here on 1-2. Here it comes from Tolliver. Jones will send that one to the shortstop. Picked up by Conklin. He'll fire to second for 1. The first, he'll hold on to it. Help score a run at least.
Yep. Fielder's choice, no RBI. They get the runner at second for the second out. 6-4 on the fielder's choice.
It'll be runners at the corners with 2 gone. You'll have Jones on first with Bradford on second, and of course Matty Williams a race to the fielder's choice.
Interesting to see here with 2 outs, a 2-zip lead as Mount Vernon elects to put Jones in motion at first base early here in the count.
Let's see what happens. Try to help field that
here.
Landon, of course, grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Now has runners at the corners, 2 gone, but a 2-0 lead here, top half of the second. For the Rams, they look to start off 2012 with a nice victory here on the road at Salem. Let's see what happens.
That play's not worked since, 10 years ago, Barry Bonds?
Right.
Mark Grace. Got the old step to third, look to first.
One of my baseball pet peeves, by the way. Runner's going. That's going to be another high one. Won't have a throw to second. Wisely, Guerrero puts it back in his pocket.
Told you. Coach Holloway, again, early, he's going to be aggressive. Make them make a play. Now you have second and third, 2 outs, but you had a good hitter in Landon Thomas to play. Base hit here, knocks 2.
Well, especially if he could gotten a hold of that one with the second baseman going to cover. Here comes the 1-0, and that's going to be hooked towards the second baseman. Tate's in trouble, but he winds and fires over first, and that'll do us here in the second. The Rams will strand 2 for plate 2. As we head to the bottom half of the second inning, the Rams 2-0. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonin with People's National Bank. We are proud to be a 101-year-old family-owned bank. We take pride as a bank in having products that are customer-friendly, with free checking, good CD rates, great mortgage products, and many other great products. We have everything to meet your banking needs. Stop by any People's National Bank and see what banking with a family-owned bank is all about. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, it happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle, and that's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 33 years, Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Salem Community High Schools. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Wildcats. Colton Morrison, Logan Phillips, and Monty Ferrero. Rams had a nice 2-0 lead built up there in the top half of the inning and able to score some runs, and that's going to be important.
And both runs are unearned. They had to error the lead into the first one, which led to the rest of them. And now Mount Vernon, of course, hit 2 hits, 2 runs. Good way to start the year. Get ahead and work ahead and see what you can do. Now it's that 5-pitch inning by Anthus. We'll see what he can do at the middle of the order here.
Pitch count disadvantage definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Disfavoring the Wildcats right now. Well, we'll see what Eric Anthus comes up with here on the first batter, Morrison. But I promised I want to do the seeds again. I got to live up to that promise. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get them out of sight. They say out of sight is out of mind. Although it's still inside, so that's not going to
work every day.
Here comes the first pitch of the inning. That's going to miss inside. Good eye there by Morrison. Good thought process by Anthus. Just missed his pitch, though.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-0. Going to go the opposite way with it this time. Just looks like he just missed the corner of plays. Will be 2-0. Nobody expects you to be able to locate everything on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to play practice scrimmages against your teammates. Different thing to get out there for real. 2-0 on this way to Morrison. Swung on a miss.
As you know,
Chase
right
after
there.
the high one.
2-0 count. Kid jacked first at-bat of the spring, and you get him chasing one, and Morrison couldn't stop on that fastball. It was about at eye level. Now you see that as a pitcher, and you say, I can widen the strike zone a little bit, see if he'll chase.
And here comes. Same identical location. Now leaving the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if you're on the floor in a hotel you don't like, go up to another one. I'd throw another fastball just a little bit higher, see if Morrison will go after it.
We'll have some score updates throughout the day, we hope. Of course, Lady Rams are in action today against Skokie, I believe, as they honor the late Steve Harrison with Steve Harrison Field. It'll be missed outside. Full count now on Colton Morrison.
Oh, I got to get a little neater in my box.
There we go. Full count coming. There it is. That'll be popped foul. It'll be behind us to the right, and it'll stay full.
Breeze has died down considerably since we got here.
It has.
Nothing whipping through here between the backstop and the press box.
I got a little touch of the sunburn on my arm.
You do?
Yeah, on my right arm. It burns. Here comes the full count. Foul back again.
Yeah, I mean, you could get one today just sitting here. My thing is, I'd rather be too warm than too cold, which is why I'm sitting here in sleeves.
Right.
Because once it gets to be about 6:30, that sun goes down, starts to go down, that heat goes away quickly in March.
Here comes the full count offering again, and that'll just miss blowing away.
Oh!
Loose squeeze from the plate that time.
No kidding. Let's help him. It's March. Widen that zone.
Minuscule strike zone today.
Minuscule.
You can tell him I said it. He can
Yeah.
probably hear it.
He can probably hear us back here.
Probably.
He's probably kicked out people for less, too.
I guarantee it. I've seen it. As the lefty, Phillips will step in. Runner on first. Nobody out here. Bottom half of the second inning. Rams on top 2-0. First game of the year at Salem. Keeps an eye over his shoulder at the runner on first. Nice off spin stuff to full Phillips. Swung on a miss.
Now, Phillips was gunning red on that one, sitting dead red for first pitch fastball, kind of what Anthony's been doing the first 4 or 5 hitters. Come back with a changeup that time, and Phillips was out in front of that pitch.
And we'll see what happens on 0-1. 1 on, nobody out for the Cats here in the home half of the second. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that is to be popped up. Third base side, trying to scoot out a play over the dugout. They're trying to give it a chase. Does he come up with it?
Nope. Here's the problem with that. You're going over to the fence. First thing you got to do is get over and find that fence as you're watching it. That way you don't have to worry about running into it. And that time it looked like Zonders went over there, kind of got close to the fence, then had to move, was afraid to hit it, They couldn't make the play.
And then it looked like would have had to have leaned back to got.
Right. All
that was just kind of waved around.
Yep.
0-2 now the count on Logan Phillips. Runner on first, not going anywhere, and here it comes. Cat foul behind us, and we'll say 0-2.
Yeah.
We're at home tomorrow.
Yes.
Vernon Klein Memorial Field, of course. Rams will welcome the Pinckneyville Panthers.
I might know a person or two in that game.
I have a feeling you might.
Probably most of them.
Still 0-2 here to Logan Phillips. Runner on first, not going anywhere, staying behind with nobody out, and that'll be fouled back. Can't imagine.
I know it's a shock. I know somebody there. That's the old big oak tree, big tree behind us, clanked off the wood back there, and nobody was hurt.
Kitty Cats have a pretty successful program down there.
They've done pretty well here in recent years, and they're looking for big things in Class 2A this year, looking to make a run to Peoria.
Time's called.
They're one of those handful of teams this year in Class 2A in Southern Illinois that you can take to be at Sauget in June.
Rams will be at Sauget in April.
April 23rd on Monday.
There you go, against Alton.
Penciled in.
It was always that Monday in April. Last year, though, threat of storms canceled that one, moved it to a Friday. That's going to be popped up to the shortstop. Good grab by Jones, who switched numbers on me this year.
That was a nice pitch by Anthus that time. Off-speed pitch, low and away. The only thing Phillips could do was chase after it. Close enough to the zone he had to. All he did was a weak pop out to the shortstop. Hit it off the rubber end of the bat. You can tell a different sound off these new bats, too.
I don't like it. Safer, though.
Somebody agrees with me.
Here it comes, and that's what
I'll tell you what these bats do, too.
Somebody could just make like an authentic wood sound.
Well,
I love that.
And here's what these bats do, too. You won't get some cat out here poking 25, 30 home runs, and the scouts go, wow, look at his power, and he goes the next level, hits 2.
Right.
That's going to also be a factor in this for these guys, these scouts, to watch these guys, because you're going to get what you hit here now.
And it is 0-1 to Ferrero. Here it comes. That's going to drop down. Shakes around in the dirt. Counts even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like you know, notice here a couple of pitches were inside on the hand. That looks like a wood bat.
Yeah.
That is a wood bat. Really? I'd be afraid to break it.
Might just be
fake metal, fake wood.
Yeah. Well, that same material that's right to look like wood. That's
yeah.
Strike
and again, it's going to make you hit. You know, pitches off the hands that people could muscle out for a hit in the outfield are going to die out in the infield.
Of course, I have shades on. I'm still having trouble.
New material. If that's not a wooden bat, I'll be darned. But
here comes the 1-2. He'll chase after. That one crept up inside. He wasn't ready for it, and that'll be a strikeout for Jared Anthony.
Anthony's first nasty today. He is moving that pitch ball around wherever he wants to. Very nice to see that early out of the gate.
That cat's been ready for this since last May when the season ended against Waterloo.
Yeah.
Kids call him Jaybird. His family calls him Jaybird, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Gangly.
Either way, it's a nickname. We'll look over at first. He'll fire home, and that's going to just miss outside. Squeezed by the umpire.
Orange juice, baby. Some of the leaves still on the backstop from the winter.
Infield umpire's doing a great job today.
You're asking for it.
I am. We know the home plate umpire.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Here it comes. Just catches inside. Maybe I had an influence on that one. Maybe not. The count rests at 1-1. With 2 gone, bottom of the second. Rams hanging on 2-0.
I hear you.
Yeah. 1-1's coming. That's in the dirt. 2-1.
Maybe in.
Winning Edge can customize just about any active wear, like a T-shirt or a hoodie for the team, organization, or just for you. If you don't believe me, visit them online at winningedgeusa.com. Quality service and fast turnaround since 1977. 2-1 the count on the batter. Joe Tolliver, he'll smack that into center field. No. Great scoop by the shortstop, Jones. He'll fire across the diamond. And just when he thought one was going to see its way through the middle of the infield, Jones comes up huge to his left, fires across and ends the inning. We're through 2. It's still 2-0 Rams as the Salem Wildcats strand 1. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. and have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaninsurance.net.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Effingham, Terre Haute, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And welcome back to Salem Community High School. We head to the top half of the third inning, where the Mount Vernon Rams lead the Salem Wildcats 2-0. Due up here for the Rams, Colin Young, Grant Garrett, Zane Zonders. Zonders is now at first base, of course. Colton Metter came out after that half inning when he came around to score, but just had some issues, whether it be tightness with a strawberry, who knows. But Colton Metter came out. Zonders slid over to first, and Sawyer Harrison came in at third. So the DH Young will get us started. He actually had an infield single that rocked around off of the feet of Tolliver back in the top half of the first inning. Getting some updates for us?
No, not yet.
All right.
I'm working on it. I'm working on some other places and scores as well. A little different now. Everybody's on vacation, unlike you and I.
You bet. Here comes the first pitch today, and Young is going to send that to right field. That's going to try to drop. It's right there. It's Joe Tolliver for the first out of the inning.
You will not hear the ping of the bat anymore. It will be a sound, and the hitters are going to earn their stripes this year with that hitting, because that ball did not carry at all. It's going to simulate a wood bat about as much as possible. Safety involved as well.
And I like that. That's what's most important.
Oh, yeah.
One out, nobody on for Grant Garrett here. We're again Rams on top 2-0, top half of the third. Looking to extend the lead as Garrett gets settled. Here comes the pitch from Tolliver. Going to miss outside. Low as well. Rams Baseball is presented by Banterra Bank. Don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 1-0's coming. That is... Really?
Yeah. Tolliver found his groove, maybe a little bit, in that curveball over here in this inning.
He snuck that one in. It's 1-1.
Nasty here.
Got ourselves a 2-0 lead on behalf of the Rams. Here comes the next pitch. That'll miss outside. Tried to break outside again. That time just missed the plate. It's 2-1.
Tolliver, 41 pitches coming in this inning.
Of course, if you were tuned in for the 94 News at 5, did not see the time. It's on the FM today, of course, presented by People's National Bank and Ford Square. 2-1's on the way. That should catch inside.
Oh, yeah.
Strike two.
Garrett gave up on that one. Uncle Charlie knocked at the door, and he let it come on in. Didn't even take a whiff. He was getting out of the house. Got to stand there and drive that pitch to right field when you see it, something like that.
2-2 is the count with one gone. Nobody aboard here for the Rams. Grant Garrett, 0-for-1 today, struck out back in the first. He will poke that to the opposite way. It's going to straddle the line, but that'll get down to foul territory. The count will stay even.
Self-defense. Stay in there. Pitch was across the zone. Chopped it out. Foul out of play. Tried again. Boy, sound off the bat is so different this year. More of a click than a ping.
If that. I love the ping, but I love the crack of a wooden bat.
Yeah.
I wish we could get to that point, but that'd be so expensive.
I was thinking making an aluminum bat, sound like that, or whatever, make them out of that.
And here comes the 2-2. That'll slip past the pitch over to short. Conklin will pick it up, fire to first in time. That's the second out of the inning. As Garrett is retired 6-3.
We started this game at 4:28. We're in the third, and it's 5:10. So you're looking again, as somebody pointed out, you're going to look at games being speeded up this year because hits that usually get through and runs and home runs that usually scored late in the game aren't going to happen this year.
I think you're going to see a lot less 10-run games. Yeah, as far as mercy rule. As Zonders will step in now, the first baseman. 2 out, nobody aboard. We're in the top of the third. Rams still on top 2-0, and that misses low. 3-1-0. Follow us on Twitter at 94Sports, or you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. 1-0 is in round for Tolliver. Here it comes, and that'll be poked foul. Salem faithful as you hear them in our background.
Good. Having fun at the old ballpark. Dust that one off. Breeze picking up again. That sun starts going down a little bit. It's going to cool off there a little bit by the time this one's over.
1-1 the count, 2 out, nobody on. Here comes Zonders, and he will send that right to the third baseman off of the glove of Morrison. So Zonders will have a base hit. I don't think he was going to get that one.
Dorn didn't get his body in front of it. I mean,
you going to give him an error on that one?
No, didn't touch the glove. Morrison didn't exactly get down on it. He kind of did an olay with it in the movie Major League.
I thought you didn't.
Yeah, I did. You don't want to olay that ball, and he did, and he whiffed at it.
Don't give me another olay.
Yeah.
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 Nice. And that'll pull your Harrison.
First at bat.
1 on is 2 out, and he will pop that one. Will that be a Texas leaguer in the right? It will. That'll be a base hit for Harrison.
Fourth hit for the Rams off the end of the bat. First baseman was holding. Second base is over in double play. That's in the right spot. Seeing eye single.
That'll bring him Nathan Holt. He struck out in his first at bat back in the second, but now has an RBI chance with the runner in scoring position. 2 on, 2 out, top of the third. Rams with a 2-0 lead.
Rams getting a little sun there. Working on his stand.
Oh, pretty baked right now. Not that way. It's hot. That'll make him leave.
Yeah, that Diet Mountain Dew there, right pitch hit it.
Yeah, I'm watching that one.
Yeah, I want to end up all over you before it's over.
Probably. 2 on, 2 out here, top of the third. First pitch to Holt is on the way, and he will foul that straight back. We're going to watch out for that one. Six clear.
That's into the tree.
It's 0-1. I almost got the chairs today that had the canopy on them.
That's all right.
They look kind of chintzy.
Got to be tougher than that. I got just enough crack to look right between the fencing and the...
They're the same price.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, if you're blind, you can get whatever you want.
Nothing. 1 to count to Holt with 2 on and 2 out. Subject change, top of the third.
Oh, segue bad. Yoda says segue bad isn't very good.
I have to be careful with the headset to avoid the obscure tan line.
Yeah,
So always got to move it. So if you always hear the creaking during a baseball broadcast, that's why. Give some insight. 0-1's coming, that misses the dirt inside. It's 1-1.
Things that people don't know about. Of course, in Mount Vernon, you got the overhang. So
right.
Don't worry about that.
Depends on how far back. Sometimes I do on the back of my head. I do have hats. It just feels weird. As we await the 1-1, they're going to check on the runner, and we have a rundown brewing. See how they do this, and that's going to be pretty simple. That's going to be the 0-1-6 rundown. And that's going to send us to the bottom half of the third inning. We're through 2.5. It's 2-0 Rams, and this is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in spine surgery, treatment of the injured back, and will provide the newest state-of-the-art procedures in the region. Dr. Steinke is fellowship trained in spine and brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks and will see patients starting in April. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
Hey, hope you like us on Facebook, WMIX Sports, Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We'll be at the bottom of the third. For Salem, it'll be 8-9-1. It'll be Wilkins, Tate, and Conklin. First pitch of the inning just misses outside to the right-hander Wilkins, and it's nothing. We'll want to know.
I got an update. Halftime of the Rams.
Swore on a miss on the second pitch. Went with the heat that time. Let's hear the score.
Comanche's halftime 5-zip Lady Rams over Tokyo.
That is at the newly named Steve Harrison Field. 1-1 the count. Here it comes. That's going to be fouled off right to Wilkins. 1-2 as he falls behind. That scoreboard update's brought to you by Tony Wilt. For all your insurance and financial service needs, Tony Wilt is on 42nd South Watertown, Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Here it comes. He's going to reach for that one. That was low on the sinker. Since it's second base side, underneath on the skin of the grass will be Mr. Williams. That's the first out of the inning.
Solid. Stranth is working ahead again, as usual.
Williams, of course, not to be confused with the former third baseman for the Giants, Indians, D-backs, or executive producer Roseanne. The hit television series on ABC.
Matt Williams is the first base coach for the Diamondbacks currently.
That he is. First pitch to Zach Tate is inside. Catches the corner for strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Jaber. That's a bunt laid down, bounce back to the backstop, nothing to do.
Nothing wrong with the number 9 here laying down bunt.
Not at all. Trying to get that speed to get himself on, and didn't work out that time. Don't get caught looking in an embarrassing situation. Make sure you've opted in your debit card for overdraft purchases. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 0-2 the count, one out, nobody on. For Zach Tate, he'll swing and miss. Strikeout number 2 for Mr. Andrews.
Nice. Can't ask for a much better start from Ant to start the year pitching like this.
I'll bring up Nicky Conklin. Last time up, he flew out to right. First pitch of the ball game, no less. 2 outs, nobody aboard here. Bottom of the third, Rams up 2-0. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Umpires today behind the plate, Brent Garrison, your infield umpire, Dale Mattmiller, Woodlawn and Centralia, respectively. 0-1. This one just drops inside. 1-1. Busy week this week for Rams baseball. We're back on the air tomorrow from Brendan Klein Field. Same pregame. About 4:15 or so as the Rams welcome the Pinckneyville Panthers. 1-1 the count. Here it comes. Ooh, tried to go outside that time on him. This is 2-1. One ball's coming. There it is, and that's going to be nice grab. Very nice grab by the. That's Coach Slack over there, Coach third. Counts even at 2. Beautiful day here in Salem. Out the weather radio say that. Salem. 2-2's coming. That's going to be sent to second. Williams will have a tough hop, but he'll play it nicely and throw over first in time to Zonders, and that'll be the end of the third inning. Still 2-0 Rams. This is Rams baseball on WMIX.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crown View in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Salem Community High School. Uh-oh.
What happened?
It's not going to go very well. Still put water on my Bob Carpenter boot.
Oh, no.
It'll be fine. Bobby built them durable. Let it dry out a little bit. It'll be all right. Anyhow, we had to stop the fourth. Due up for the Rams will be Holt, Bradford, and Williams. Holt returns here in the inning because Saunders was caught in a rundown. Holt had a 1-1 count. We'll see what he can do now. Of course, he'll start fresh with the bases empty, nobody out as he leads us off here in the fourth inning. The Rams on top 2-0. Well, that's disappointing. Can't give me anything new.
No. Well, I'd rather just to be real honest, glad it was on the book rather than other equipment.
Sure. Both probably of equal value when all said and done. Yeah. Here comes the first to hold. He will send that to the shortstop. Conklin will pick it up, fire across the diamond, will hold, beat it, no, just a step behind, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, for my ear's sake, that box is a lot worth more than that book right over there. So
you betcha. That box is worth more than a lot of things.
Probably both what we drove in up here today. Right now, Mr. Tolliver has 52 pitches heading into this fourth inning.
Pat Bradford standing in. He'll take a slider inside?
Kind of looks like.
Interesting.
Don't know if I'd want a high school kid to be throwing a slider. Or a fastball changeup kind of guy. If you can get those pitches where you want, that'll get you a long way. Occasional curveball helps, of course, but fastball changeup will do wonders.
Well, one misses outside to Bradford, 1-1.
Like the man said, Greg Maddox said, if you spot your fastball, throw a changeup, you got it made. You can do whatever you want. Can't do those two things. You don't need 4 or 5 other pitches.
That's true. That guy knew what he was talking about.
Still does.
1-1's the count to Bradford. 1 out, nobody on, top of the first, 2-0. The Rams lead, and here comes. Swung on a miss. Rams baseball course presented by Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. There it is. As we wait the 1-2 to Bradford. Inside, check swing, misses in the dirt. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? That's the question. Of course, great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Proud sponsors of the Rams, a great tradition. 2-2 the count on Bradford. He will send that to the shortstop Conklin. He's been busy here in the fourth. Across the diamond in time, 6-3 the putout. That's back-to-back 6-3 putouts for the Rams. 2 out.
You're starting to see more ground balls. 2 hits from Mount Vernon in the third, and then, of course, the ground ball outs now. Last 3 outs recorded have been ground ball out varieties. And that's important to see if you're Salem and Tolliver. It means you're getting pitched down in the strike zone.
Brings up Matt Williams. Base is empty, 2 gone. We're at the top of the fourth. The Ram lead is 2-0. First game of the season. Glad to have you with us. Here comes the first pitch. Check swing. That tails away outside. It's going to be 1-0. This page is going to be warped, but that's okay. Ball's a drive.
Yeah. Got problems over there. Nothing an iron won't cure.
That's true. It'll never be perfect again, but here comes the pitch, and that's going to just catch the inside corner. Mr. Williams, 1-1.
Mr. Williams' job here in the 9th slot with 2 outs, make Tolliver throw as many pitches as possible.
Last check at the half, Lady Rams soccer. Let's go Cahokia 5-0.
Already tweeted.
Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. Follow this pitch behind the back of Matt Williams, 2-2.
Matt Williams got to wonder what he's done to Tolliver because
that's the second time.
First time he got hit by a pitch. Second time that one went behind. That's the toughest pitch for a batter to get out of the way from. It's the one that goes behind you because you're not used to having to go forward. It's usually turning away.
Scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, it's Tony Wilton, Mount Vernon. We're online at TonyWilt.com. The 2-1 will be sent to second. Tate will pick it up. He'll fire in time, and that'll be a 4-3 putout to do us through 3.5. So we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Mount Vernon Rams 2, the Salem Wildcats nothing. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at King City Chrysler. When you think of the all-new Chrysler 200, the line imported from Detroit immediately comes to your mind. When it comes to character, comfort, and fuel efficiency, its capabilities extend well beyond its mid-size shadow. This is not a style as a concept. This is design as a practice. This is the new Chrysler 200. This is a car that projects beauty beyond a footprint. Because when you build the new Chrysler 200, you have promises to keep. The all-new Chrysler 200 sedan is really an amazing automobile. Come into King City Chrysler today and receive huge cash discounts on 10 remaining 200s in stock, or receive 0% for 72 months. We may be able to lower your existing payment and you drive a new car. At King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Salem. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. 2, 3, and 4 come, and Pete Colclaser will lead it off as the Wildcats trail the Mount Vernon Rams 2-0. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. First pitch of the inning is coming. That's tailing inside. That will possibly break up the no-no, as they will not try for the runner at first. Colclaser is the first base hit for the Wildcats on the year.
Yep. Now you got to be a little careful. First hit in the book with the middle part of the order coming up. Have to be careful how you work things here.
As they say, the fat part of the order, because Tolliver can rake. Of course, with these new bats this year, we'll see who can rake.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch to Tolliver on this inside.
Well, the thing about the bats is yesterday DuPont played a bent and the wind was blowing out south about 25, 30 mile an hour, and they only scored 19 runs. Usually last year, that's a 20-run or more game.
Right.
And the bats are playing a huge difference.
Next one misses low. 2-0 to Tolliver. Anthony on the bump here for the Rams. Pitched pretty well through 3. Has a runner on and nobody out. The bottom of the fourth with Tolliver at the plate. Let's see what comes. That's going to come inside 3-0. You don't want to mess around with Tolliver, so
no. You got to be careful here. 2-run lead, bottom of the fourth. Got to be careful.
So there's worse things than the 3-0 count, but you certainly don't want to walk and put 2 on. Next pitch on the way, Tolliver shows bunt, pulls back, and that's going to miss high.
First struggle of the day for Mr. Anthony.
Tim Holloway will come out and have a conversation. As Tim Holloway switched uniform numbers this year.
42 pitches only by Anthony through 3 innings. Going into this fourth included as well with no outs. And got to be careful here. Big inning for Salem, maybe.
It is, and also a perfect time to pause for station identification on Rams Baseball.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
There you have it. That's who we are. Also online at mywithersradio.com. Find us on Facebook, WMIX Sports, or follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. So 2 on and nobody out in the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Wildcats with Morrison stepping in. He walked back in the second. But was stranded on first. 2 on here for the Cats. Sizable lead for Colclaser off the second base. Anthony will look back. That'll be cause for concern. He'll step off of the rubber.
Question is, was Morrison faking? Showing bunt, just kind of throw Mount Vernon something in their mind, or what's he doing here?
We'll see if it's going to be mind games or if it's going to be for real here in the bottom half of the fourth inning as Salem has the tying runners aboard with Morrison showing bunt. He'll pull back, and that's going to miss high, 1-0.
Interesting that 4 hitters showing the bunt here.
See what type of mental disruptions he can come up with. Community First Bank of the Heartland will bring you the player of the game in the postgame show. Familiar faces, new places. Bank with Ray and Bria. At Community First Bank's new Mount Vernon location off of 42nd Street, and welcome back to Personal Banking.
Shouldn't be anything. I don't think Morrison's bunting here because there was not a lot of signals given by the third base coach.
Mom Nature is already drying this thing off for me. Very nice. 2 on, nobody out, a 1-0 count on the cleanup hitter, Colton Morrison. Rams up 2-0. He'll pull back bunt again, and then it'll be low on inside.
He's not bunting now. He is looking for meat.
Some blood in the water, doesn't it?
There's no bunt on here, Chris. Now you're looking for something in a box you can drive somewhere out there.
They're looking for something you can put in what seems to be a gappy outfield, even though it's not. It just has that appearance with the deep foul territories on both sides. Next pitch will catch just caught low, but it caught. It's 2-1.
And there's some sizable gaps in the outfield, too. I mean, the dimensions down the corners aren't very big. When you get to 360, there's some acreage to cover out there for the center fielder.
As we wait, here it comes, 2-1. Swung on a miss.
He's behind.
Rebound here by him.
Yeah, he's behind that pitch terribly. Morrison's bat speed through the zone, not very good. Leading with the wrist more than at that bat barrel. Now, if I'm Anthony, I'm not slowing it down for him to get a hold of.
Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 is the Ram lead. Tying runs aboard here, first and second with nobody out. A 2-2 count on Colton Morrison. Antis fires, and that's going to be golfed into right center field. Will that get down? It will. Coming up to get it will be Thomas. He has a cannon. He'll fire it in. They won't get the guy at home, so that'll be 1 run scored on the RBI single by Colton Morris.
Nice piece of hitting by Morrison. Drove that ball, fought it off. Drove it into the outfield, and the right center field was able to get a hit and an RBI. It's 2-1 now. Trouble brewing here for Mount Vernon. There's still nobody out.
That's the danger. Nobody out here. 2-1 the score now as the Wildcats place their first runner of the game. That'll bring up a lefty in Logan Phillips. I believe he popped out the short his last time up. Follow us on Twitter at 94 Sports. You never know what we're going to throw up there or retweet. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Just catches the inside corner, about felt high, and it'll be 0-1.
Tick slow today on Twitter. I believe the NFL free agency and the NBA looming trading deadline is slowing us down a little bit, putting things on.
I believe so. Of course, like us on Facebook. There's still some content from the Woodlawn State title run for this past weekend on there. And here comes the next pitch, the 0-1, but he gets 1-1. That misses low. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Go-ahead run is on first base for Logan Phillips. Sure. Get a tan. All right. Here comes the 1-1. Lefty is going to smack that down the right field line. Has some depth, but looks like it's slicing foul.
Yeah.
Thankfully it is, because that was about 280-foot foul.
Yeah, he got that one, jerked that fastball, got the hands out, turned on it, got it down that right field line, just jumped on it too fast. It had that curve on it, as we say in the golf game, left-hander, a draw from the left to the right, and drew just short of the foul pole deep. Foul, not very deep, it's only about 292, and Ferratore carried it down the line for a home run.
But a 280-foot strike is still a strike. It's 1-2.
Yep.
2-1 the score. Rams on top, trying to keep it that way with the go-ahead run on first, runners at the corners, and nobody out. Tying runner on third. Here comes the Phillips. He will smack that to second. Williams will pick it up and fire on to first for the double play. Back to runner. Good job by Matty Williams.
Double play given. Fielder's choice. 4-3, no RBI. So that is a second out of the inning, though.
That's a big BP. Game tied at 2. Bottom of the fourth with 2 gone. The base is empty. Monty Ferrero. Here comes the first pitch from Antis as we have a righty-on-righty battle. Misses outside, 1-0. Pinckneyville tomorrow at home. Civic Memorial on the road Thursday. We'll have all those games for you here on WMIX. Here comes the next pitch. 1-0 quickly evens to 1-1. That was fouled back deep behind us to the right, over the parking lot. 2 options when you come here to Salem. Of course, you can park right behind the high school, or there's another auxiliary parking lot, as I like to call it, right here behind the ballpark. The next pitch is going to be lined in the right. That'll fall for a base hit. It'll be a 2-out base hit for Monty Ferrero to bring up Joe Tolliver.
That's the 5th hit. Take that back. Let me recount that. That'll be the 3rd hit for Salem in the game and in the inning. They keep things rolling. It's 2-2 now.
That'll bring up another Tolliver.
Changes in the air here in Salem around this baseball program, obviously. Renovations going on, facilities. Salem team with 20 wins last year, some excitement. Big crowd on hand here.
Coach White has been doing a great job up here in Marion County. Two gone, runner on first. Tied at 2 in the fourth. Here comes, that's in the dirt. Runner's going to go. It gets away from the catcher, Garrett. With some speed, if he turns on the wheels, he can probably get to third. Didn't know where the ball was, so it'll be just second base.
Problem right now, you got this new backstop with just blocks on it, colored red block. No pads on it. So when that ball bounces back here and hits that block, those blocks, it's going to bounce the opposite way of the spin once it hits. That ball bounded all the way halfway down the first base line.
Umpire was kind enough to tell me it's a courtesy runner, Zach Muncie. That is a courtesy runner. That's a long time called.
And you see Anthony struggling a little bit here, Chris. A couple of runs have scored now in the earned variety and, trying to struggle to get out of the inning. And that's, again, when you get first runs, it's a little bit to get back into it here in the first part of the year.
Matt Patterson kind enough to send me the lineup for the Jefferson County Invite next Monday. It's check on the runner at second. Muncie back inside.
Nice of him. Woodlawn's AD's been a little busy here lately.
That's that hosted by Mount Vernon.
Yeah, I know, but Woodlawn's AD's been a lot busy trying to get that.
Oh, the high school AD, yeah. I feel you now. I thought you were talking grade school AD.
No. Well, he's busy, too. He's on a limited pitch count.
As we await the 1-0 to Joe Tolliver. Runner on second, the go-ahead run with 2 outs. Now this low, and it's 2-0. So it'll be Woodlawn and Waltonville to start at 4:15, along with Mount Vernon and DuQuoin. And then Mount Vernon Woodlawn will be the nightcap, followed by DuQuoin, Waltonville, Cesar-Lear.
Awesome.
Yep, same games for the Lady Rams, just reversed order from a year ago. You'll hear those games on AM 940 online at MyWithersRadio.com. 2-0 to count on Joy Tallville. Check on Muncie at second. He's back safely.
He never got back to the bag. That's what Matthew Williams was saying, that if Matthew Williams jumped in there from second after Jones had rolled through there, caught the ball, and I don't think the runner got back to the bag. Interesting. Umpire didn't call it.
I think he blocked it with his glove.
Yeah, he did. Matthew stuck his nose in there. He's not scared.
2-0 to count. Here it comes again inside, and that'll catch. 2-1.
Good catch. Anthus needed that pitch.
Oh, yes.
Nice crowd on hand here. Both bleachers filled.
Very happy to see all the people that came out to see this one. Beautiful day will help that out. Free admission, of course, usually helps things too. Here comes, and that'll be swung on a miss. Great pitch by Anthus, fired past Tolliver, and the count's even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, tied at 2 with a runner on second base.
Big pitch, Chris. Big out here. You get out of this inning tied at 2, start again, but if you give up that run, that momentum goes in that first base dugout with Salem.
Get the out here, and I was going to say the exact same thing, of the opposite effect, obviously, if the momentum would stay with Mount Vernon. So, yes. Beautiful point. That's going to miss inside, full count.
A lot of pitches here by Anthus in this inning.
Nice. Such a gorgeous day on March the 13th.
Marion County Tourism Bureau's got to be happy. Oh, the old fake play. They got him. How about this?
I haven't seen that working forever.
Yep.
Great job by Jared Anthus. Well, I'll describe it real quickly. Obviously, faint as if it was thrown, pointed to the outfield as if it had gotten away. Your middle infield looks clueless. Everybody has to pick up an Academy Award for this one because everybody has to play it off. And they throw the ball to, I believe Williams was the one that ended up with the ball from Anthus, and they tag the runner Muncie out. And that'll do us through 4. So after 4 innings of play, the Mount Vernon Rams and Salem Wildcats are tied at 2. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital. For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
So some trickery got the Rams out of the threat in the 4th inning, and of course sold very well by everybody involved. The one player I forgot to mention before we went to break, of course, was Landon Thomas. And as we were talking, the key to that play is he went guns blazing towards the fence to act like the ball was actually in the outfield. And
your pitcher will step off. The ball's in his glove, and he steps off and fakes to second. Well, the shortstop and first base, somebody's got to go to the bag and dive. Second baseman or whoever has got to go point. The key is the center fielder has to turn around and run guns blazing for a ball. And that sold out the runner, and that was Ferrero, the cinch runner, courtesy runner, was out there walking around looking for something, and Wilkins was picked off. Into the inning, Mount Vernon gets out tied at 2.
1-2-3 to start us off. Jones shows pulls back. That dips low and inside for ball 1 to Zach Jones here in the 5th. Tied at 2. Rams and Salem live from Marion County, presented by Banterra Bank. Score an extra base hit with Banterra's Visa debit card. Provides the convenience of a checking account and a card. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. 1-0 comes. he gets 2-0 as that misses inside.
Sun moving quickly behind the light pole. Second one down the right field line.
Why do they call it a light standard?
That's standard for light. I don't know.
Always learned that. For a pole myself, as you said. 2-0's coming, and Jones sends that one foul down the first base line.
Oliver with 65 pitches now through 4 innings. Going into this one now. Anthos has 58. Had a 21-pitch inning there. Pickoff play helped him tremendously to get out of that inning.
2-1 says the home plate umpire. That's what we'll go with here, with nobody on, nobody out as Jones gets started. And that one looked like it caught the inside corner. It did. We're even at 2. Multiple ways, the count and the score. Umpiring crew working very well with us as far as the breaks, allowing us to control the flow.
Yeah, and it's tough for the umpires, too. It's their first game out of the gate, too.
2-2 coming. That's in the dirt. Count's full.
They got to get their eyes and things adjusted after calling basketball games all winter.
Of course, they've made some nice modifications to the ballpark here at Salem as well. This new concrete, brick, what have you, backstop.
Yeah.
A lot of nice masonry work done to this.
Starts to give them the possibility of hosting a regional when they start making work done like this. You know, you start working your way towards that.
Had one 2 years ago. As this one will come. That's going to be smacked in the right field for a base hit for Zach Jones. Good to see him get his first hit of the year. And I say that because the Rams won that region.
5th hit of the game for Mount Vernon.
My understanding, they did say, hey, if you want to get more involved with further baseball postseason, make some modifications.
Got, like close to sectional here, maybe.
Right.
Got the
parking. Great place. So
you got the parking, base facility in Salem, interstate-wise.
The top-notch hosting capability of everything else.
Right. Had a lot of postseason events in the past.
Once heard, if you looked up hospitality in the dictionary, you'd find a picture of Salem High School.
Yes. Sectional, you might need to expand some things.
Can be done. We'll see what happens. Tied at 2, top of the 5th, runner on first for Landon Thomas. Jones leads off at first. Thomas will show bunt. That's low, and Zach Jones is going to get to second, maybe more. Good job by Ferrero to get to the ball.
Fastball that time. Hit the catcher's mitt, bounced off his glove. Now runs with a runner at second, nobody out. Of course, we may be about a year away by the time the grass fills in, things start settling in, work on the infield, and stuff here at Salem.
The only thing keeping the Rams posted in the sectional is lights.
Yep.
Would love to see that happen someday. Maybe that'll be part of the new school plan. Stick some lights out there. That is a beautiful facility we have back home.
It's one of the best baseball facilities in Southern Illinois.
Amen. Tender loving care put into it by the 2 coaches as well, and 3 coaches now.
Think about now.
2-0 count.
2-0 count. You got a runner at second, nobody out, top of the 5th. Big inning here. Tolliver, probably on his pitch count, getting a little more tired. Now you got to jump on him here. Second, this is your 3rd time seeing him pitch.
2-0's the count. Tolliver will step off the rubber to fake back to second to keep Mr. Jones at bay. 5th inning action. Glad to have you with us. Top half of the inning. WMIX online at mywithersradio.com as we near the 6 o'clock hour. I don't remember many games going to 6 o'clock last year. Here comes a bunt. That'll be popped up. That'll hit just now. Outside the third base line, it's 2-1. Normally, he's normally not one to do that.
Well, and I wonder if he was bunting for a hit that time, too. Had to look at bunting for a hit.
He can do it.
Not a bad idea there, being a left-hander with the third baseman back, guarding for the runner, trying to steal third to push one down that line. Opportunity to get on. Make that pitcher have to come off the mound, right-handed grab and throw.
Jones on second with nobody out at the top of the 5th. Game tied at 2. The Rams, I believe LT called for time. Good move there. Call for time, just out of the box with nothing happening. Control the tempo yourself. Control the pace. Oh. Here comes the pitch finally, and Thomas will show bunt. It'll be a strike, and Mr. Jones is able to advance to third base.
To me, it seems like the catcher and pitcher are crossed up. And that looked like a cross-up. That looked like the catcher was expecting something fastball and got a curveball crossing him up a little bit. Now it's 2-2 the count, nobody out, Mount Vernon with a runner at third. So that's 2 pitches got by the catcher. And I'm just wondering if there's been some cross-up and signal signs between each other.
It's a good sign to push one across if you can. Tied at 2, top of the 5th, 2-2 count on the batter, Landon Thomas with the runner on third. Out of the stretch, the right-hander Tolliver will fire. Here comes the pitch at that. We just inside. Ooh, yep. You have better look than that.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Foul easy. Wasn't even close.
I'll trust the peepers of the umpire.
Oh, it wasn't even close.
Like I said, I can't.
It's like the French Open. I can go down there and pick out the spot and show you.
As I told you, I'm having trouble seeing from this down that way.
Oh, yeah, I can understand. It's called dust fly, not chalk. And Fran goes out come June.
What?
It was out.
I'll move with Johnny McEnroe in it the other day. Here comes the 2-2, and that'll be shot back just beyond the pitcher, down to short. The runner will score. Throw is going to get away from the first baseman, so E6 on that one, in my humble opinion, as Thomas will head to second base, and he'll beat it with a head-first dive.
Okay.
But then again, he was racing down there quickly
he beat
enough.
The throw.
That's the thing. Like I said, I can't see down there very well.
If he beats the throw, it's a hit.
You have a better look at that angle than I do.
I'm going to suggest the throw allowed him to get on, because if he wasn't going to beat it out. Did not beat that out.
Where do we go, Homer?
I'll give him a hit and run. Actually, I wrote down an error, just to be honest with you.
Well, let's go error then.
E6. There may be some argument after that.
And that one's going to be a first pitch pop-up to left field by Colin Young. That'll be the inning's first down. That's one of those that if you have the old bats, that's gone.
Yep.
He had a good cut on it. Rams on top, 3-2, top of the 5th, 1 out, runner in scoring position for Grant Garrett. Garrett is 0 for 2 today. Looking to pick up the RBI here against John Tolliver. That's off the rubber.
I don't think he beats the throw out, speaking of Thomas.
Like I've said all day, I just cannot see down there very well.
I think the way it was, Thomas about a step toward the bag when that ball went through.
Even with shares, I'm having my issues.
Second error on Salem today.
Well, that time called just in the nick of time. Bantero's mobile banking check your accounts online, right from the base pass. Bantero Bank, BanteroBank.com, banking with local style, member FDIC. Righty battle here as Grant Garrett, the right-hander, will stand back in. Looking for the first pitch of the at-bat. He'll tap that foul with a runner on second. It's 0-1. Tim Holloway will deliver some instruction. Nothing in 1 to count. 1 out. Runner aboard second. An RBI opportunity for Grant Garrett. It'd be nice to see the senior strike here because he has it in him. See him start off hot on the year. Glad to know the Jefferson County invite for next week.
Oh, yeah.
I always look forward to that one now. I've only done it once, but I still look forward to it now. Last year was the first time we did it.
Other facilities will be shut down Monday night then.
Oh, yeah. Learned last year. It is almost impossible. Possible, but impossible, if that makes sense. Nice lead for the runner off the second. Garrett will take it inside, 1-1. Saunders stands on deck. Garrett with an RBI chance. The Rams on top 3-2. You're in the top half of the 5th inning. And here comes the next one. Oh, that's going to be fouled down the left field line out of play. About 280-foot strike.
Yeah. All this kept climbing, hitting the tip-top tree down the left field line. Be another thing that has to be scaled back for postseason play. You want to get more?
One and 2 the count. The top half of the 5th inning for senior catcher Grant Garrett with 1 out. Thomas with a nice lead off the second base, trying to get another run across. Some insurance here in the top of the 5th. Rams on top 3-2. Infield guarding lines, of course. Outfield at normal depth. Center fielder shading towards left. Here comes the pitch in the dirt, 2-2. As the game progresses, you start to remember things you're supposed to be doing all along. Yeah. First game of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Try to start snapping pictures instead of painting portraits here. Nice length here. Nice lead for Landon Thomas with Garrett on 2-2, and he'll smack that foul first base side out of play. Keeps the count the same. Oh, no, it's not. It's a stud.
Can't point unless it hits something else. Good at bat here by Garrett, though.
Staying alive, and that's the important thing. We're only one out.
Forcing Tolliver to throw some more pitches, too.
Trying to grind down the righty. Looks back towards second, and he'll step off again. In Major League game, this is where the boos would come.
Not from the vendors. I like it when it stretches out.
Wrong boos.
Yeah.
Get him. Here comes the next one. That's going to be foul. Out of play again. Nope, that's clear. Hey, concrete, I think.
Yeah.
Do enough of these, you learn the sounds off of the various textures. It's ready for the first time one smacks off of the overhang at BK tomorrow. Something like that, but not. More metallic sound to it, though.
More than these bats are right now.
Yeah. 2-2 the count. Here it comes. That'll miss high. Great at bat by Garrett to stay off of that one. Kind of tucked his bat back behind his shoulder so he wouldn't go around, and now he has a full count to work with one out and a runner in scoring position here in the top of the fifth. So the Rams trying to add to this 3-2 lead. There's the bio of Bob Carpenter in this book.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
Just trying to get water out of it?
Yep. Bob just got a shower. He's all right. He's still smiling in that picture.
Bob's in Florida right now enjoying the world.
Mason. Full count here in sunny Southern Illinois. 1 out. The top of the fifth, a 3-2 ball game. Salem trails by 1. Tolliver trying to get his team out of the inning with a runner in scoring position. Trying not to let this run get across. But the Rams have other plans on the full count to Grant Garrett. Here comes the pitch from Tolliver. Fouls it back. You're just absolutely grinding Tolliver down right now.
Yeah.
Cut after cut.
Yeah, he's having to throw more and more pitches. Probably actually going this far in the game.
And here comes the next. Swung on a miss. Beat him with the fastball.
Pretty good pitch by Tolliver. Went up to the zone just a bit, didn't groove one. Threw it just enough high out of the zone, and fortunately for the Rams, Garrett went after it.
And that is Tolliver's 4th K of the game. Hit a grand slam. Go for the account with no hidden fee. Banterra offers a totally free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. First pitch on the way. It's overhead of Zane Saunders. It'll be ball 1 with a runner on second, 2 gone here in the top of the fifth. The Rams leading 3-2.
Curveball slipped that time.
In 1992, Bob Carpenter was nominated for a New York Emmy. That's baseball. Yeah, so Emmy nominated Bob Carpenter. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Saunders will offer and foul back. Counts even at 1. We'll tell you more random info about Bob Carpenter throughout the year. Probably throughout the next 5 or 6.
Yeah. Scorebook holds, what, 200 games?
200 games.
Yeah.
Economy size. 1-1 the count with 2 gone. A runner on second here at the top of the fifth. The Rams hanging on 3-2. As we near the top of the 6 o'clock hour. Pitch on the way, and he will tap that right back to Tolliver on the check swing. Throws over to first in time. And that'll do us through 4.5 of Mount Vernon Rams 3, the Salem Wildcats 2. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hometown proud Baroviacs IGA. There's no better way to shop today, Baroviacs IGA. If it's Baroviacs, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's Baroviacs, you got the best. For hometown proud, you see. Hometown proud Baroviacs IGA. Hometown proud Baroviacs IGA.
More baseball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back in, not inside, but welcome back to Salem. You're staying inside. We're outside these days. Rams baseball starting off the first time this season. We are in the bottom half of the fifth inning for the Wildcats. They trail 3-2. It'll be Joe Tolliver, Cameron Wilkins, and Zach Tate to get us started as the bottom of the order comes up, and they're half the fifth. Anthony's still the flamethrower for the Rams out there, and he'll fire a heater in there for strike one. Swung on a miss.
Tolliver is not on that one at all. A little behind it, in fact.
No, there are more Tollivers coming. We just had the two, and this one will be in the dirt outside, 1-1. Assume it's still at the half in Lady Rams soccer, at least our last update anyway.
I'm trying to get another one.
We'll work on that. Tolliver will check swing at that, and that's a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Last check, Lady Rams soccer led Cahokia at the break. At the intermission, 5-0. That scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit Tony Wilt on the corner of South Water Tower and 42nd Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Down on strikes is Joe Tolliver. He swings and misses an outside pitch. Now to be the first out of the inning. I believe that to be the third K on the afternoon for Jared Anthus. One in the second, one in the third, one here in the fifth.
You got a 5-0 soccer score. It means everybody kicks, everybody runs, everybody scores. That one.
First pitch on the way, catches the outside corner to the right-hander Wilkins. Nothing in
And you'd like to see Anthus come back here after the Rams got some run to get back and lead in the top half inning. You'd like to see him come back, get 1, 2, 3, and get those bats back to the dugout, keep the momentum.
You betcha, nothing in one here. That's going to be popped foul, right side, head over the pole.
That got it.
Yeah, that hit hard. No, that sound anywhere. I hate that.
That's the fence. Well, I parked out there about 600 feet away.
I don't know where I parked. I'm somewhere far, far away.
Yeah, I parked way out there in center field.
Nothing in 2 to the count to Cameron Wilkins. Swung and a miss. Garrett will have to throw down to first in time.
Love what the Rams did. Ball got past the catcher to his right, which would be the outside line. He'll outside. Okay, throw to the first baseman, so the first baseman can maneuver the foot on the bag.
Also focused for a nice clean throw down to first.
Yes. Of course, the catcher would yell the inside if the ball went forward in front of the plate. Baseball terminology here used over the season.
2 outs here, nobody aboard for Zach Tate. Struck out in his first at bat, back in the second. Here comes the first pitch, catches the outside corner. And Anthus has rebounded nicely out of getting out of that fourth inning and getting his team getting the run back for him in the fifth. Next pitch on the way, and that's, it just missed outside. I'll take the blame. Here comes the 1-1. Smacked to third. Great grab by Sawyer Harrison. He'll fire across the diamond. The cannon is in time. And that'll do us through 5. It's 3-2 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Bloomington, Paducah, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And welcome back to Salem as we head to the top half of the sixth inning. The Rams on top of the Wildcats, 3-2. We'll have a new pitcher this time, a left-hander. Dylan Jennings will be your pitcher here for the Wildcats, it looks like. Let's check around the horn. Try to see if Tolliver went anywhere or if he's done for the day. I have a feeling. We'll find out as we go.
Well, it looks like to me Tolliver's done it. Jennings comes in off the bench from what I could tell.
Got some hand signals from the umpire. I don't know what's going on.
Just trying to make you look bad.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Is that Tolliver now in left? Nope.
No, because he would be playing catch. No. 17.
He's
Cameron
second.
Wilkins. Yeah, no.
I
Second?
was confused. Yeah.
They put him at second. Where does Zach Tate go? He's out?
That could be.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, cause I see what the umpire did now, because he went 2 to help me out. 4 I had understood, because I immediately thought he meant catcher, and I didn't see him there. I got you. We appreciate the help nonetheless.
Tolliver went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Dylan Jennings in to clean up the mess. Tolliver will go to second.
In place of Tate.
And Tate is out, right?
Yep.
So Tate is out, so in his spot comes number 14, and that would be Dylan Jennings. So he'll hit the 9 spot.
Should be Harrison Holt Bradford to start us off here in the 6th inning.
That's what it was. Jennings comes into the bottom slot. He becomes pitcher.
Dylan Jennings, easy on the brush. Here comes the first pitch. Harrison will look at high for ball 1.
Harrison, too. Well, he's 1 for 1. Metter had the first hit inning before he exited after an injury.
Next one's on the way, and that's going to be inside 2-0.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Update from the soccer. Take the over. 12 zip. Lady Rams at the half.
I was already at the half.
Well,
now it's the half.
I guess.
That's fouled in near the dugout.
They're not playing a JV game.
Sure that's not the final?
They are not playing a JV game.
I got you. It's going to get dark soon.
Just explaining what was texted.
I know.
To them.
So it did say half this time?
Yes.
Huh. 1 and 2 is the count to the batter, Sawyer Harrison. Jennings will fire, and that's going to be in the dirt. 2 and 2, we're even. Rams Baseball is always presented by Banterra Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Member FDIC.
No, it's in baseball. I get a lot more tweets in. I'm almost dangerous.
Slower pace action, of course, as you know. And 2-2 with the bases empty as Harrison starts us off. He'll go down swinging. Off-speed stuff from the lefty.
Well, another thing, too, you see a left-hander. I don't know how many lefties Mount Vernon has to throw at people, whether varsity or JV. And now you come out here in the 6th inning, you see a left-hander. A little different look if you don't have anybody throwing lefty on your team.
There you go. Oh, that scoreboard update a moment ago, presented by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, it's Tony on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower and TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm's there. And that's right there to the pitcher. As Holt will ground out 1-3.
I am amazed, Chris, how different the bats sound this year.
Kind of freaks you out a little bit. At least it does me.
Sounds like it's not even hitting the bat.
Sounds like it's not even a bat. Sounds about like a wiffle ball hitting a wiffle ball bat.
I don't even know if it's that. It's just got an odd sound.
You know those big fat red bats?
Yeah.
Hard balls.
Yeah.
I always like the sound that made.
Yeah.
You can come up with that. or the wood sound. That'd be amazing. Here comes the first pitch. It's low to Mr. Reeves. So Reeves will check in for Bradford. That just happened? Yeah, I think it did there in the middle of the between innings. So Reeves, the right-hander, facing the lefty here, and then he'll take another high. It's 2-0. The rest of our week look like tomorrow, Pinckneyville at home. Thursday at Civic Memorial. Sorry. And then Saturday Sports Show on Saturday at 8:08. Anybody's guess who's going to be on this Saturday? It's in the dirt to Reeves. I got 2 pretty good ideas, maybe 3. Good. It may be your baby. More on that later. Rio coming to Clayton Reeves, and that'll miss. Okay. That won't miss. That'll just catch the upper edge, 3-1. All righty. Has the old 3-0 strike no matter what. Yeah. 2 gone, nobody aboard here. Top 6, 3-2 Rams. Here comes the next one. Reeves will chop that to the second baseman. Tolliver, he'll pick it up, fire to first. In time. And that'll do us through 5 1/2 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Rams 3, Wildcats 2. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
This season, tune in to hear Saluki basketball from every second of every game. From downtown to the Tomahawk Slam, the Salukis play here. From the pregame predictions to the postgame stats and all of the action in between. Tune in all season long right here.
Don't miss the Salukis on X95, 95.3 FM, or on the flagship 105.1 VZA.
Is your mortgage rate higher than you want it to be? Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. If you have a high interest rate on your mortgage, you need to give me a call at 241-6928 to discuss refinancing your mortgage loan, or stop by People's National Bank at 413 South 34th Street for details. People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
Back to the Rams indeed as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning with the top of the order due up for the Wildcats. Conklin, Cole, Glazier, Tolliver, and Colton Morrison. If anybody gets aboard, that is assuming if the lineup stays the same here in the home half of the 6th for Salem. Anthony's still out on the bump. Here comes the first pitch of the inning. And that'll be blown away, ball 1. Top of the order. What position to be in if you're the Wildcats? Needless to say, we will seek a Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game coming up in the postgame show. Fast to say who that could be. Tolliver threw 86 pitches in 5 innings. That's a lot. That's a lot for March. A good stretching out session. It's a 1-1 count to Conklin. Nick Conklin, not to be confused with Dan, his older brother. Here comes. Puts that one in play, just past the third baseman Harrison. Almost a nice stop there, short by Jones. Put his body into it. Keeps the momentum from carrying it into left field, and so that'll stay at a single for Nick Conklin. 4th hit of the game for the Wildcats. The 5 Jefferson County branches are responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking, member Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. I believe. 3-2 the score. Tying runs on first base for the Wildcats with nobody out. And a lefty stepping up and beat Cole Glazier. He'll take the first pitch ball. That's 1-0. Write that down. I said that. I said that one too. Keeping track. Whatever those things are. Yeah. 1-0 the count with nobody out. A runner on first. That one's going to be framed beautifully for a strike on the outside corner. The count's even at 1-1. Next thing you'll be doing sound check. Yeah, I did one of those today. It's been a while. Yeah. A couple of days. 2 days. 1-1. And we go. No, we don't. Now we do. Here comes the Anthus pitch. Bunt laid down, right side. It'll be Anthus to pick it up. Checks the second. Fires the first in time. That's a smart play. 1-3 stack. Get the bunt. Get the out. They're going to give you the out by bunting. Pick it up. Don't throw it out there to second. It's going to be close. Don't go into a bigger inning than what it could be. Get the out. As Roger Clemens used to say in Roger Clemens Baseball, the old Nintendo Entertainment System, when in doubt, go for the sure out. That's right. When in doubt, skills aren't very good, do other things. 1 out and a runner in scoring position, RBI chance for Big John Tolliver. You don't take them out because you need the bat.
There's Buck Martinez rattling in the background of the olden days.
Buck Martinez is where I learned can of corn. The story behind it. Not actually hearing it.
Tell it, yeah.
Had to do with the storekeep's apron and a broom.
Yep.
They had to
over and over and over again.
Yep.
Balls get hit on there 600 feet. Can of corn. You got that story? It'd be rolling on.
Who did he used to work with? You work with Kuiper for a while?
He worked with everybody.
No, Kuiper didn't spend any time in Toronto. I think he did some Indian broadcasts for a while and then moved on to the Giants. I think he's a Southern no longer, isn't he?
Yes. Kuiper and Kruko on the Giants broadcast. They're good stuff.
I like
MLB
Kuiper, yeah.
You get those on late at night. You got
1 out pitch is going to be slammed in the center. Going to have to give charge. Will be Thomas. He'll dive for it, not come up with it. He'll get it back, and he'll fire it in, and that'll save a run. Always nice to have a cannon out there in center when you need it.
Yeah.
1 out still. And runners at the corners.
I give a hit on that one.
Yeah, because, he dove just to make it. He dove just to make it close.
Oh, yeah.
Runners at the corners here. Tim Holloway, who looks less and less like Adam Dunn, the more stealth he gets. So he'll take a truck out to the mound and talk to his senior ace.
It's a seeing eye signal. That time, 5th hit for Salem. They have first and second and 1 out.
No, not that. Let's go with Winning Edge wants to provide a public service. Looking good while you cheer on your team. Don't settle for one design fits all activewear. Winning Edge can personalize almost anything and make you look good at the game. Check out their creations at winningedgeusa.com. Zach Jones will come in.
Okay.
On in relief here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with 1 out and runners at the corner, so he'll inherit a couple of runners. Trying to hold on to this 3-2 lead. Hold situation, no less.
Shortstop now for the Rams will be Trevor Floda. He's got a busy week.
No kidding.
He's got some things to do. Floda will come into the lineup.
I would assume Trevor will miss Thursday's game to go shoot at State.
So the DH is off now, so that's where Floda will go.
Yes,
sir. No, wait a minute. No, it won't. He'll go into Zach Jones. No? Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
You lose the DH.
Lose the DH. So we'll get some ANSYS stats here for you.
Technically. You would want to. Yeah. Well, I miss baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Jones will get some warm-up throws here. 1 out in the bottom half of the 6th inning. It is a 3-2 Ram lead, and Jones on a relief to try to keep it going.
ANSYS went 5 in the 3rd. He gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. He is on the hook for the runners at 1st and 3rd, so he has the opportunity to be either the winner, loser, or no decision in this one, depending on what Zach Jones does now.
In other words, we have no idea what the book's going to be just yet. Or as a record. Wow. Baseball time already. We were just shacked up in a hotel doing high school basketball a few days ago. Wow. Beautiful day for Rams baseball. Of course, hopefully I think there's a threat of rain on Thursday. I think tomorrow's supposed to look pretty good.
Tomorrow should be okay.
I think it's going to be windy. Even if it's not, it will be. As we head to the most beautiful wind tunnel in the world at Brennan Klein Memorial Field and love every minute of it. Just something majestic about Brennan Klein Field. Triumphant.
Oh.
Uh-huh. What?
Listeners, or one of the listeners is about the can of corn. They're not real crazy about it.
I don't like the term.
Verbiage,
I just like the story.
Just the story.
I'm not going to lie. I'd get mine off the EA Sports video game Triple Play 99 off the PS1.
Troubles are brewing here, little Abner. 1st and 3rd and 1 out.
Well, the old corner situation with 1 out. power hitter up in Fulton Morrison. Here comes the first pitch. That's going to be high. It's 1-0. I told you lately the Rams baseball is presented by Banterra Bank. I haven't. We'll wait until after this pitch. How about that? There's a 1-0 count on the third baseman, Morrison. Runners at the corners here in the bottom of the 6th. Rams up 3-2, and that one's going to be a golf shot there. A worm burner over to second, or short rather. And Trevor Flotu comes on to take over second. Gets the 6-3 unassisted double. Well, 6-3 double play. So it'll be unassisted second, and he'll step on the bag and throw over to first. Long explanation aside, it gets the Rams out of the inning. 3-2 is the score as we head to the top of the 7th. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And welcome back to Salem. We head to the top half of the 7th inning for the Rams. It'll be Matt Williams, Zach Jones, and Landon Thomas, barring any changes to the lineup. They'll face the left-hander, Dylan Jennings, who's out there for his 2nd inning of work. As he tries to keep this 3-2, the Rams are on top. Presented by Banterra Bank. What was I going to tell you earlier? Probably tell you not to strike out, but take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advantaged self-savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. You can find out more about that tax-advantaged self-savings account, I'm sure, at BanterraBank.com. Apparently that's their official website, they say. I was on it just a moment ago, just to make sure that was right. And it is. 18 minutes past the 6 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone as we have entered in a rough way daylight savings time on Saturday night. Yeah. But now we're making the best of it here.
It was a short night on Saturday.
Oh,
I hear you.
Here it comes. Oh, beautiful. Plays down a beautiful bunt. He races out to first. And he'll get there in time. Matty Williams, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be here all season.
6th hit for the Rams. Leadoff bunt single. Nice bunt. Dropped that bunt down dead in the bat, dead in the ball.
He caught it.
Caught it basically, and then dropped that ball down the third base line, got tucked in that grass, or nobody could get there.
Well, it was a beautiful play. Very heads up because you have a lefty pitcher who's going to have to turn around and throw if he's the one that gets there first.
Yep. Third baseman was sleeping back there.
Top of the order, Zach Jones. And he'll let one slip by for a strike. It looked like a good idea at the time. Thought it was going to fall low enough to be ball one.
That was a good idea by Zach. Yeah, Zach will do that later in life. Later on down the line. Matthew does a good bunt.
You prefer Matthew?
I can find out.
I bet you can. I know you can. That would be a bad bet for me to say because Jones thought about the bunt. Williams is headed down to second. Beat it. Yep. Head first dive, and the throw went to the shortstop side.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Williams low to get up there at second.
Hope he's okay. Trying to get some insurance runs here. Speaking of which, post-game show is presented by Bean Insurance for all of your insurance needs, of course. Folks at Bean Insurance can help to take care of that. 244-BEAN. They are an independent agency. That means they can do the insurance shopping for you.
Sliding head first will get you there quicker. You put a lot of your body into jeopardy when you jump in there. Head, neck, shoulders, arms. Got to slide in there with your gloves, fist closed. You don't break or sprain a finger. Williams may have took some dirt or maybe took a shot to the body somewhere and kind of standing it off. Of course, the Rams already down Colton Metter. He went out of this game early with some type of injury. It looks like Matthew's going to stay in the game.
It is a 0-2 count on Zach Jones. With a runner in scoring position, Rams looking for some insurance. Up 3-2, top half of the 7th inning. Dylan Jennings out of the stretch. Here comes the left-hander's offering, and Jones is going to offer at the high changeup. Could have been a fastball. That'll be Jennings' second strikeout, I believe. Another lefty coming up, Landon Thomas. Reached on an error. Previous at bat, here comes. And that'll be the shallow, I won't even get the outfield. That'll be the infield fly.
I'm telling you, that ball hits off that bat now. It's like, I mean, it's like hitting an old golf ball. It's been out sitting around for a long time. Nothing, a thud off the bat.
Golf balls used to have nipples instead of dimples, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Back eons ago, the Scottish folk invented the sport.
Yeah. Like having an insurance run. Feel a little bit better going in 4-2 rather than 3-2.
No doubt about that. As Young, the DH, will step in. DH not erased. Figure that one out.
Huh, unless the DH is going to be for... Interesting.
I always thought that when you replace the...
I guess they could leave, no, not in high school, now it makes sense. They can leave the DH on. The Young is probably hitting for, well, no, Jones hit probably for Florida.
Right, but yeah. I always thought when you replace the pitcher... I guess that wouldn't be the case, because in high school you'd be replacing... They could replace anybody.
Right.
2-0 to Young. He'll take one on the inside corner. It's 2-1.
Looks like the pitcher, Jennings, paused that time.
We'll get in mid-season mode here pretty soon.
Yeah, that makes sense, because now that Young is up, Florida can play short, and he's the one being DH'd for.
Here's what we know. It's 3-2, top of the 7th, 2 out, and a runner in scoring position. 2-1 count on Colin Young. He'll swing and miss. He was the count at 2. Last check, Lady Rams Soccer was up 12-0 over Cahokia. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, it's Tony Wilton, Mount Vernon. Worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Jennings looks back to second. Out of the stretch, he'll fire home, and here comes. Young will foul it off. They call him CY. It is an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. A 3-2 ball game. Rams on top, trying to look for their first win of the year. Here in game number 1. Not bad. Not a bad record to get that done.
Those wondering, Salem will have 5, 6, 7 coming up in the batting order, bottom of the 7th.
They will. Here comes. Young will tip it foul as you point to the location.
Felt like it's right here.
Sound like it's right there.
Feel the vibration.
Was it good?
Well,
all right.
Wasn't any better than Marky Mark in the ring last night. I mean, John Cena.
2's wide on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We'll have time.
Quick pitch there. Jennings was trying to get in there and try to get a pitch in before Young was ready.
I like this Jennings cat. Lefty.
Crafty lefty. Jerry Kuzman-ish.
Ooh.
60s, 70s.
Here comes.
How's that
That's
look?
We popped sky high. Right side of the infield, the first baseman. Phillips will call for it. And we'll see Phillips start off the bottom half of the 7th. As we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning, do or die time for Salem. 3-2 Rams. This is Confident Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Centralia.
The SRX is still a hot seller for us. It's such a great looking vehicle. People that drive them really like them. They set up a little bit higher. They're easy to get in and out of. They like the comfort and the performance with the new 3.6 liter V6 this year for 2012. It really has great performance, great horsepower, and gives a real quiet, smooth ride.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 1421 West McCord in Centralia.
Let's go back to the field, powered by Banterra Bank.
And we welcome you back to the bottom half of the 7th inning from Salem Community High School, where the Mount Vernon Rams lead Salem 3-2. Looking to shut her down in the home half of the 7th inning. Due up 5-6-7 will be Logan Phillips, Monty Ferrero, Joe Tolliver. Against the right-hander, Zach Jones. Don't see any other changes to the lineup.
Amazing, though, when Flota came into the game at short, ball found him right out of the gate.
Amazing how it works, and he made the best of the opportunity. Flota, of course, still in the game at short. I guess we could reintroduce some of your fielders. Sawyer Harrison's at third, Flota's at short. Williams is at second, Zonders is first. Your outfield's the same. Actually, it's not. It's Clayton Reeves. As the first pitch of the inning is a strike on the outside corner of lefty Phillips. I believe it was Clayton Reeves. Still landed Thomas Mason Holt. On the plate, Garrett. Jones fires another one. Come back to the mound. It's off of his mitt. Harrison's going to give it ever. Fires the first in time. Great reactionary play by Sawyer Harrison. Off of the glove of Zach Jones.
I'll go 1-5-3 in the book. Tough play there. Jones got a mitt on it, couldn't do it, but boy, what a reaction there by Sawyer Harrison to come over from third. Cut that off because it gets to the shortstop Flota. No matter how good he is, he's not going to be able to throw him out from that spot. That's a big out to get. Could have been a disaster with leadoff hitter.
1 out, nobody aboard. As first pitch to catcher Monty Ferrero, and this is outside, 1-0. Rams on top, 3-2. Jones on, trying to shut it down. Already has a hold. Here comes the next. Swung and miss. 1-1.
Now you're going to start about the whip and the fantasy league stuff, and we got Rebels.
You don't like whip at the high school level?
It's baseball, boys.
I won't do it this year then. If that's
you can do whatever you want. I mean, I can understand.
Well, it's painted about the figure, right, at the high school level. So if I'm not going to do it if you don't like it. That's pointless. I mean, if you're John Q. Public, odds are the rest of the people hate it too.
As are you.
1-2. Here we go. Nice pitch on the inside corner as Jones finds the strike zone for, I believe, his first strikeout.
That was nasty. Curveball froze him. All he could do was look, buy the ticket, go on back to the dugout.
Our first backwards K of the day.
That is the first backwards K of the day.
Wow. And now there's 2 outs. Salem down to their last chance with Joe Tolliver.
Spread that defense out, knock it down, and go.
Here comes high fastball. Ball 1. That got away from Garrett. Here comes the 1-0. That'll get away too. It's 2-0. Nice, crisp breeze.
I hear a band.
They're coming. Practicing for a parade, probably. 2-0's coming. That's going to get away as well. That's coming from my feet.
Yeah, and you cannot get behind here. You get 2 quick outs. A lot of times what you see is pitcher starting to relax. You'll see Garrett go out there and talk to Jones, try to settle him down. Can't relax in this situation even though you got 2 outs.
Nope. Game on the line. 3-2 your score. Rams on top, trying to hang on here in the Salem half of the 7th inning on the road. No, I don't hear the band.
I do.
No, I still hear the drums. There we go. 3-0 pitch coming. Strike on the inside corner, 3-1. Obligatory.
Much to the chagrin of the Salem faithful to our right.
3-1 pitch is coming now. Dolver will take it on the inside corner, full count. He thinks the home plate umpire may have dinner plans.
It's to the point about 6:30. I call the supper strike, though.
Here it goes. Swung on a miss. That'll do her. Rams are 1-0 on the year on a 3-2 victory here at Salem. As Zach Jones comes on a relief to preserve the Ram victory. We'll tell you more about it in the Bean Insurance postgame show coming up. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, moms and dads, don't stay up at night trying to figure out how to pay for your kids' education. There's no need to worry. I send my kids to Rend Lake College. RLC offers the same high-quality education as a 4-year school at a fraction of the cost. Plus, they get to stay close to home. Tuition, room, and board are like $19,000 every year at the 4 years, according to the National Center for Education education statistics. At RLC, tuition, books, and supplies are only approximately $4,000. That's Math 101. And with over 100 degree and certificate programs, they have the exact courses your kids need to be well on their way to a great career. Give your college-bound child the quality education they deserve without breaking the bank. Rend Lake College is the right choice. Whether your student plans to transfer to a university or train for direct entry into the workforce, call RLC at 437-5321 to speak to a counselor. I actually logged on to rlc.edu. That's rlc.edu.
Your heart health is too important to ignore, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan wants to help educate you about your heart risk factors before it's too late. So mark your calendar and tell your friends about the upcoming St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Holiday Inn in Mount Vernon. You'll have a chance to have a heart risk profile blood test completed for just $30, as well as a number of free health screenings, a chance to learn your diabetes risk, find out more about the link between sleep problems and heart disease, and much more. To reduce wait times for blood testing, you are encouraged to pre-register now by calling 1-888-257-6098. That's 1-888-257-6098. For most accurate results, be sure to fast for 8 hours prior to blood testing. Do it for your health. Attend the St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The 2012 Ford Fiesta. This automobile delivers smiles like no other car in its class. With unsurpassed highway fuel economy and bright colors like lime squeeze and yellow blaze, it's easy to see why. Of course, the 2012 Fiesta also helps you make and take calls without touching your phone, and switch songs while your MP3 player is tucked away. Plus, receive turn-by-turn navigation instructions on a 4-inch LCD display, and enjoy the peace of mind from 7 standard airbags, including one that protects the driver's knees. Are you starting to grin? Available in hatchback or sedan, Fiesta is such a joy to drive and be with that many owners actually name theirs. To feel it yourself, come into Ford Square today and let's talk at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a Deere vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident. But I was wrong.
Each year, Deere vehicle crashes cause death, damages, and injuries. And about 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer, visit EerieInsurance.com. A message from the Bean Insurance Agency and Erie Insurance.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back to Salem on the heels of a Ram victory to open up the year, 3-2 over the Salem Wildcats. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for our Bean Insurance postgame show. Bean Insurance is an independent agency. They can do all the insurance shopping for you. Give them a call, 244-BEAN. That number is 244-BEAN. Not much to say here. Rams get a big win to open up the year, 3-2 over the Wildcats. The Rams are 1-0 to start the season. Have a big one tomorrow against Pinckneyville out of Class 2A. Of course, a program in 2A, of course. Pinckneyville Panthers have a few trophies to their credit since class expansion, a few trophies to their credit regardless. That'll be tomorrow, 4:15 pregame right here on AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. We have some Heartland Accounting stats to check out. What do we got?
For the Mount Vernon Rams, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 6 left on base. Salem had 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 2 left on base. Your winning pitcher is Jared Anthus of Mount Vernon to go to 1-0 on the season, as do the Rams. John Tolliver. I'll go through those again, as the winning pitcher for Mount Vernon is Jared Anthus. Your losing pitcher is John Tolliver, and your save goes to Zach Jones as the Rams go to 1-0 on the season with a 3-2 win over the Salem Wildcats.
Of course, there is not much left to do here on the Bean Insurance postgame show. Those stats were calculated by Heartland Accounting. 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Heartland Accounting can help make your business a success. We need to take a break. When we come back, we will have your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game. A reminder, your final score, the Mount Vernon Rams 3, the Salem Wildcats 2. This will be an Insurance postgame show on WMIX.
You know, it happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle, and that's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 33 years, Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Salem High School for the Bean Insurance postgame show. The Rams win this one 3-2. That is your final. Jared Antis picks up the win. He is 1-0. Zach Jones gets a hold and a save as far as your pitching stats are concerned. Loss goes to John Tolliver here on the afternoon. We're glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Time now for Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. And a winning effort today with 4 to 5 Ks out on the mound. It was Jared Antis. He picks up his first win of the year, 1-0, and what we hope will be many. 3-2 is your final. Jared Antis is 1-0 on the year. He is your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. Great traditions aren't given. They are earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Proud sponsors of the Rams, a great tradition. That does it for us here this afternoon. Back on the air tomorrow with the Pinckneyville Panthers coming to Vernon Klein Memorial Field. That'll be, again, a 4:15 pregame here on AM 940, online at mywithersradio.com. That does it for us here from Salem. For Avery Barton back to the studio, for Danny Czerwinski, for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, thank you for catching Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. I'm Chris Hugo. Good night from Marion County.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX.